adventurers, and welcome to the 99th episode of Dirty 20, an evening of laughter, drama, and adventure. We call it D&D Podcast, as I, your dungeon master for the evening, and I am once again joined by a chosen few of my colourful cast of characters. As is known, we don't have Hayden for a little while, as Alistair goes off and does his own adventures somewhere, probably still in Daverton, but we'll come to that another point. And we also don't have Mitch today, unfortunately. But with the group that we do have, we'll be jumping into whatever madness ensues today. So, before we do such, we're going to do our normal round of shout-outs. So, I think, let's start with Sam today. Sam, do you want to tell us a bit about Yi?
So, Sam JKP on both YouTube and Twitch. Play a lot of Pokemon, mostly Pokemon. I mean, at the minute, just Pokemon, because I'm still, loving the new game. But I do have ideas for a couple of other things in the work. But it's a good time. So yeah, come check it out. Chill in the chat. All that good stuff.
Thank you very much. May I wanna mention a little bit of
yeah, I do.
What's happening?
I stream. Yeah, I do. I stream a little thing called Genshin Impact. And I don't really get it, but no, it's super fun. And we have a good time. And yeah, just come and check it out.
Thank you very much, then, Maya. And obviously, we don't have Mitch today to talk about Monday evenings, but I'm sure Jay would love the opportunity.
Yes, I would.
Oh God, I'm going to regret this again.
In Jizztown, here we go.
No.
A galaxy far, far away. You got jizz music. You got crusty crevice creatures.
Yep.
You got toilet monsters.
Mm-hmm.
You've also got Max Rebo and his Ribussy. Still alive in canon. Don't forget that. But yeah, come along. If you love Star Wars, you love TTRPGs, why not come along? That's the thing. I'll come around your house. We've got loads of friends, loads of family.
You say you'll come round their house?
Yeah. It's got Mitch.
That won't
Come around your
happen.
house.
You got the illustrious Sam Palmer. What a rarity! What a treat to have Sam Palmer involved.
Wow.
I can personally assure you that no one will be coming around anyone's houses and doing anything nefarious.
How do you know that?
Okay.
Only nefarious.
Only nefarious deeds.
How do you know we are
Moving that swiftly on, Mitch also has his own little channel that he streams on, Lambert Rain there in the chat, where he plays a lot of Dead by Daylight. I'm not sure what else he's streamed that I've personally seen, but he definitely plays a lot of that. So if you like horror shenanigans, then that is something y'all gonna like. Other than that, we have our Discord where we put in stuff to do with the campaign, maps and items, and just talk about D&D in general, as well as updates on other things that happen, including our own games, and occasional events. Like last week we did the Alien RPG, got a little ways through that and hoping to jump back into that again at some point soon. So the Discord is the perfect place to keep up to date about when that might happen and other things like that. So get in there or be a shape that isn't a circle, and they're the only
Well
option.
said.
So that, I think, unless anyone else has anything they wish to talk about. Alrighty then, will bring us into today's episode of Dirty 20.
Oh, it's
And welcome back. So, previously on Dirty 20, both the city of Dayferton and your companion behind you, it was time to get back on track. The chaos and division of the last few days had dealt a crippling blow to morale and unity. Making camp amid farmland, you came to discuss the next move for your group. Would you head north with the sisters seeking counsel with the lizard folk? Or return to Bellinor and attempt to persuade the Forfortians to join you in exchange for slaying the dragon? In the end, you concluded your best option would be to meet up with Jala in hopes of being able to use her knowledge of the Ilithid to your advantage. As you slept the night, little did you know the turn the next day would bring. Well rested, you gathered yourselves before teleporting. Immediately hit by the overwhelming heat, you appeared within the familiar Wizard's Tower atop the city. Outside, the orange glow of the lava sea filled the gargantuan cavern, casting looming shadows from the massive buildings between which you now walked. After some journeying, you came upon an ally, the fire giant Garmond. Oh, hold on. Need to do a tongue twister. As you met with him, Storm made contact with Jala, but in doing so was met with a panicked reply. Jala had arrived at the city, but was being pursued by a group of Ilithid. Returning to meet her, you had little time to talk before you were set upon by a party of drow. Managing to put them down, the ground rumbled as a large creature with pink, boily skin made its way to attack. But even after finishing that off, the attack was not over. Appearing along with another group of drow were two Illithids. The match was overwhelming. Just when the tide seemed to shift, the beating of wings signalled the arrival of a huge dragon with purple scales and fungal growths across its body. Despite the odds, you managed to take down one of the Illithids before slipping into a grate, just managing to escape the onslaught of the dragon. Now, you all stand in darkness, surrounded by intense heat, dehydration kicking in quick. It's not enough to hurt, but it's certainly uncomfortable, and enough to shift tempers into a similar volatile state. The sounds of stomping from above echo through the metallic walls that make up this hollow cylindrical space. And with that, the next decision is yours, Ferra Carta. What do you wish to do?
Shit.
Run!
Is everyone alright? Oh, I should keep my voice down. Is everyone alright?
Can I listen and see if they're gone or coming back?
No, can't say.
Yeah, roll a perception check, please.
It will take me a while because I'm playing on a bad laptop.
A potato.
That is alright. Well,
No.
as you do that, is there anything
The
else you
laptop's
guys want to do? I can
very
hear
naughty
Ken
boy.
say, sighing in agony.
Yes,
What's the light like down here?
I'm going to take that first
Yeah.
perception roll. I'm really sorry. That's a real shame. That was a 28.
Yeah. Such a shame.
Alright, okay. Well, first of all, I'll answer your question in a moment, Kayak. Listening in Eridel, you try to see if you can hear anything above ground. You can hear every so often this sound of something heavy walking along the road that you just come off of. But it does seem to be fading as far as you can tell. But based on the fact that each rumble kind of echoes through this metallic space you're in, it's difficult to say for certain. But as best you can tell, it's beginning to quiet. To answer your question, Gaiak, you look down either way, you are stood almost like going down a sewer grate into a sewer. You are currently stood in this very hot cylindrical space that extends out into darkness in both directions.
Okay, just obviously...
Just as far as your vision goes.
Just to aid me and Kensei a little bit, I'll obviously get out the drift globe and have that lighten up.
Yes, you're right. I should mention, other than those of you that have dark vision, it is pitch black in here. You can't see.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
you light up the drift globe.
Oh, never mind. I thought my eyes have been damaged.
Jala, where's Jala?
She's down.
Jala is down there with you.
Okay.
Actually, she's currently stood at the bottom of the ladder, nursing a pretty damaged wound across her right side. It's bleeding pretty bad. She's holding onto it. The other drow is with her, as well as like a number of the Neblin have managed to escape the onslaught.
I'm gonna run over to her. Here, lean on me.
I wasn't expecting that.
You and me both.
I think we need to get moving.
I agree.
I know where we went. We could come back with reinforcements.
Storm, can you set up the teleportation
Put all your weight
circle
on
here?
I can't do it here. No, we need time. We need to find somewhere to rest for some time. I'm exhausted mentally.
Yes, I took a bit of a beating as well, so I wouldn't mind somewhere safe to rest.
Should we try to find somewhere in the sewers?
I think it might be our only choice.
Yes, I think it's our only option.
Well, here we are again.
You would notice as you're stood in this space, doesn't seem like sewers. There's no smell of sewage. I mean, obviously, you know that people have been here been away from this place for a substantial amount of time. But Guy, as you pull the globe out and begin to light up the interior, you don't see like signs of where liquid once was and may have evaporated, like where it's kind of crossed it. It's just very smooth metallic pipe, as far as you can tell. You're stood inside some kind of pipe.
Almost like a big metal straw.
Do you know what? When I made this,
No.
I fucking knew that was. Who said there's an end to it though? So it's not a fucking straw.
Straws in no form existent as well, not even gigantic.
Do you want me to make it? Do you want me to make it no longer hollow?
Oh shit! All right. It's not straw. It's not straw, guys. No more jokes. No more jokes.
So. But it is 10 foot in diameter, so you can stand shoulder to shoulder. I mean, obviously, the 5 foot rule is, you know, area that you control. Really, obviously, human length is not extends enough that. What I'm saying is, you can walk down in like side by side, but obviously it curves slightly. So from each furthest point, it is a 10 foot diameter. So it'd probably be a little uncomfortable to walk with too many people next to each other. Someone would probably be craning their neck over.
Let's just walk down here. We have no other choice. They could be preparing to get to us at any moment.
Yes, let's get moving.
Which way?
Can I stick my finger? I want to lick my finger. Do the classic lick my finger. Try get a good idea of which way seems like it has cooler, like as a sign of an exit out of this.
All right. Roll me a perception check. Let's just see what you come up with.
As Storm does this, can I want to put my wings up next to my head like big satellite dishes and see what I can hear from either end. They're metal now, so they've got the armor on them.
That's really cool. I love that idea. I want to give you advantage on it, but I'm not going to. So roll perception check.
I like to imagine there's a sonar ping every time he turns around. Like,
Yeah, that's what you see. He puts his things up to do like this, and then just goes.
I'm gonna guidance myself as I do it. Oh, rip.
All right.
No.
Yeah, you do that and try to listen in, but nothing comes to you. You don't hear anything, except for the now kind of distant stomping that is happening from above ground. Storm, as you lick a finger, put it in the air. You get a better feeling of the air. It's warm, but nothing would indicate to you like a breeze or something along those lines.
Let's just choose this way. Points like away, basically away from the hole we came down.
I'll do what I did before, and I will use my nose. I will do smell check.
Alright, roll a smell
We'll
check.
do
then.
smell check.
Which tunnel smells less foul?
I like how we're in a hurry, but we're just all standing there like,
25.
let's do this, let's do this.
25.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The best way I could describe this is, the smell of a hairdryer?
Yeah.
That smell of warm air and hot metal. That is what just fills your nose right now. It's like a rich scent of that. No way seems to have a different scent to the other.
Alright.
It's just the whole chamber smells of like that sort of hot metal.
Someone just pick a direction and we'll start walking.
Let's go this way.
Got Shala with me.
Right, arm over. Zuko's just going to trail from behind. I don't think he's encountered them yet. Has he?
I don't think Zuko's met Shala, no. He wasn't with us.
No, not just Charlotte, but the Illithid.
No,
Oh,
not.
yeah. So this is
Because
all
he
new for him.
He joined in Deep Bay.
We threw him in the deep end quite a
Yes,
bit.
he did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Zuko's going to be a bit shook and kind of goes a bit quiet,
Yeah.
a bit reserved.
I'm going to give him PTSD.
He'll follow. Oh, God. Alright, well.
Session.
Okay, so you're just picking a particular direction. Okay. So, as you follow the path, heading in one of the directions, or not the path per se, the only path that you can tell, you continue down this pipeline. Every so often you do come upon one of these other kind of tubes up, but you recognise that was on the road that everything occurred on. As you continue on, you walk for about 20 minutes. The environment barely changes. Every so often you might feel like it is slightly curving, but it's so hard to tell because all you see is the darkness ahead of you. Even those of you with dark vision, you are seeing to like the edge of where you can see with your dark vision, and it is still dark. It is just this long extending pipe as you continue on and on. 20 minutes in, Aria, as you're walking, you feel like Jala lull to one side a little bit. She's beginning to slide off your shoulder.
Stay with me, girl. Come on.
I need to take some sort of rest here. I can't keep walking.
Are we much further down the pipe now?
I mean, you've gone down probably about 20 minutes or so.
Well, if it's just pipe, either way, I say we just stop and just keep one eye on each direction.
Yeah.
Alright.
We could also Zuko.
We could go into the lamp.
We could
Wait,
use that lamp.
Have we
Yes.
used it today? Oh, no, it's a new day, right? No?
Yeah.
It's a new day.
Yes, it's a new day, so we could. But only 5 people can go in. Right? So 5
I believe
people?
so.
We wouldn't need
Let
to
me.
take
Have
him
I
at 5.
got his sheet? Do I have a sheet? I do have his sheet. Let's have a look.
What time of day is it?
When you left, it was
Genie vessel.
it was early-ish morning. Like you got up. Let me just double check.
You wouldn't be able to check on
Got up.
the. Can't see the sun.
Unfortunately, you don't have a watch.
It wasn't early, blah, 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 blah,
I mean, you got
blah.
up fairly early-ish, like
Period
maybe
vessels
around
in
9.
storage space,
So
and ship
a
it
couple of
to
hours have gone by.
cylinder.
Hey.
Make it ready, cylinder. It is a comfortable temperature. Well, it doesn't say how many he can take in. I think it's 5 though at the moment. It was 5 last time. But I don't know if that changes with his level up, but we'll just keep it as 5 for now.
Stone,
Hmm?
do you have any more of those abilities to shapeshift people?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have a headache. I need to take a second.
Don't suppose
I-
anyone knows how to go invisible or turn into a rat.
I can go invisible.
How long for?
An hour. What are you thinking?
Well, if we can't all fit in the lamp, perhaps someone should. Then the person who stays outside should maybe perhaps go invisible or.
Well, I am the best at getting people out of places quickly, so I don't mind doing it.
I also wouldn't mind staying outside. I have wings and can attack from a distance.
I don't think that we can have a full rest, though. Just to clarify,
No, we're not.
we're just going to have to stay here for about half an hour, an hour. At
I'm
most.
okay with that.
How is
I can
everybody feeling?
quickly-
I need to sit down myself, and Jala definitely needs to sit down.
I'm feeling more or less fine, so if you would like to go into the lamp, that's...
Wait, let's
think
not
I
waste
can-
the lamp on a short rest, though. We're only going to be sitting here for a few minutes, so...
I mean,
Let's sit
if
and
it's just an hour, then think about the amount of space that we could cover in that time. Jala definitely needs to rest.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe about staying in the tunnels either. If somebody comes to attack us, then we're cornered either way.
I am still feeling more or less fine. You could go into the lamp and I could continue moving.
I don't think
the lamp is a good idea. For
Yeah,
such
when
a
I
short
don't
rest.
want to... Out of game as well, I don't want to waste the lamp on a short rest. It's best for long rest.
Perhaps we save it until we need a more extended stay.
So we just forced Jala to keep going then
No, we have to sit down. We have to.
for an hour.
Mm-hmm. One person looking that way, one person looking that way. Keep look.
And if we do get attacked,
Then we deal with it.
I can scout the tunnel very
Don't
quickly.
go too far though, Gayak.
I won't. I'll have the globe so you'll know where I am anyway.
I'm
I say we
sitting
go in pairs.
I'm sitting Jala down like against the wall of the tunnel, and I'm gonna sit next to her. Oh, careful, careful.
I think you're muted, Ewan.
God damn it. As you help her down, she winces with pain. You can feel like the metal is pretty hot.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
I mean, it's not going to burn. It's kind of like going into a sauna. Like the first touch is like burn, but then it's you kind of get used to it.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna start looking at her wounds, seeing how bad they are.
All right. As you come to stop, you hear the echoing of your footsteps fading away into the edges, both directions of the tunnel. You said you're going to try and see to her wounds.
Just wanna have a look at them and see how bad they are, see if I can do
Sure,
anything.
roll me a medicine check.
Oh boy.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
-10 to medicine.
A 5.
Yeah, you're not. You really don't have a lot of medical training here. She's got a pretty bad wound. You're not sure if it's something that's going to be able to just be fixed with just a rest. But I mean, it's hard to tell. You're not a medical professional.
I am not.
I turn to the group and Jala's companions as well. How many of them are there?
So there's one drow,
Mhm.
one other drow warrior with her, and 3 Sverfneblin, which are like deep gnomes, basically.
Oh, deep gnomes.
Deep
I thought-
gnomes?
Gnomes!
Got some gnomes up in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're technically gnomes. What?
We finally met a gnome. I don't think we've met a gnome.
I don't think Guy knows what a
They're
gnome
not.
looks like.
They're not. Yeah, but they're not necessarily. They're not gnomes. They're deep gnomes. They're different.
I'm gonna try something, and you tell me if you think I can do it. Does she have any gashes that are like oozing blood?
I mean, she's got some kind of wound under her armor, which is bleeding.
If it
It's not gushing out.
I'm gonna try and maybe do like a tiny little concentrated firebolt to try and heat the edge of my dagger. I'm gonna try and cauterize it.
Oh. Okay. Roll me a medicine check again.
Seeing that she's doing this.
I'm gonna take out.
Fucking...
Sorry, you go.
Seeing that she's doing this, and can I assist her?
Firebolt, sorry, not ball. Firebolt.
Can I assist her by holding Jala steady and warning her, like, this may hurt somewhat?
Yep.
I'm gonna stand to one side and just observe this, trying not to smile.
You can. I'm not going to say it's going to give an advantage, though, not in this instance. It's not really helping the actual check. It's not enough.
I'm going to scrunch up. I'm going to take up the... ages ago we got some really nice clothes. I got that red dress. I'm going to take it out, scrunch it up, and say, bite down. This is going to suck. And I will try and cauterize her wounds.
Alright, roll the medicine check.
Oh, no.
I'm going to guidance Aria as she does it.
Thank you. Oh no!
Oh
no!
Oh god!
Yeah, you push the blade a little too far in, and you.
Because I'm assisting, can I use the bomb indomitable?
No, that's a saving throw, isn't it?
Damn it!
It's fine. Just roll with it.
Yeah, you push the blade a little too far in.
Wasn't Kensei
and you can see
assisting,
she pushes back. Yeah, but I said it wasn't enough. He was only holding him back. It's not actually the medicine check.
Wait, holding the blade? What?
No.
You said you were holding her.
Yeah, holding Jala down so she doesn't go kicking and screaming when she gets touched by a burning hot blade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's gonna be kicking away as
soon as it looks like
push
I'm
the blade too far
not
in.
doing it right, I'll stop.
Alright, I'm gonna make her take damage for that.
Yeah, makes sense.
That was such a poor roll. I mean, it's not too bad.
As I was originally going to ask, do we have anyone in this group who is more inclined towards medical?
I'm sorry, I don't
medical
know.
knowledge or anything?
I've done a little bit, but not a great deal.
Well, we're resting before Jala may or may not be stabbed by one of the members of our party. I think it's probably best that we get as much information as possible so that we know where we are, what we're doing, and how great a danger we're even in.
I can scout quite quickly further ahead if I... Is there enough space to fly in here? It's 10 feet wide.
Not. I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Not for the space that you need to really get airborne.
Would you
it's 10-foot diameter.
Would you say that I could use my wings to get big leaps in? I go a little bit faster.
I'd say you. Sure, I'd allow you to Sure, yeah.
Okay. Because I'm going to take the drift globe with me and kind of start moving down the pipe.
All right.
I am going to kind of crouch, slab squat, in just next to Jala, and ask her to give a little debrief of the situation. I think you're muted again.
What is it that you want to know?
Well, that scouting party looked pretty serious. Was it a scouting party?
Compared to the size of the force that attacked the Gloom Matron Gardens, it might as well have been. Yes.
What happened there?
It was attacked. There were others that managed to flee, but many of my kin were either slain or taken hostage. Skilled fighters. They were the ones that attacked us. You were fighting them.
So they're closer to the surface now. How close is your town? town to the surface?
It's not really a town, it doesn't matter. It's not more surface level than where we are now, as far as I'm aware. But they're certainly making a push.
How much time do you think we have?
A few weeks ago I would have told you months, but I think we'll be lucky if we even had one.
Oh my god.
It's grave news. We need to concentrate on getting you to the surface as quickly as possible. Someone with first-hand experience with Ilithid.
Have you managed to rally any allies?
2 so far.
It won't be enough.
We're aware. As soon as we get you and your comrades back to the surface, then we're on our way to another nation, trying to help them. But with that being said, a month to slay a dragon.
A dragon?
It's a theory.
You saw... You did see what I just saw, didn't you?
That they have.
You think you could take something like that?
We've taken bigger down here.
Have we?
Yes, the other one was bigger, right?
Yes, but it was
That
also
one.
sick.
That was not... That was a semblance of a dragon. It wasn't really one. You saw the fungus. It was controlled by something.
Oh, I thought that was similar. It seemed to breathe spores, this one.
An easy misconception. They're not the same.
Regardless, we've learned one good thing today, and that's that the Ilithid can be killed. We watched that one turn into ash.
It can be, but it's not easy.
No. We definitely...
Can you
Especially
imagine?
not if you have many of them.
I was going to say, imagine an army of them.
Hmm.
Mindless drones that have had their minds taken over, they're cannon fodder to them. They mean nothing. But actual Illithids, with the power to control and manipulate. At one point, Kensei was gunning for all of us.
Yeah, it was not particularly enjoyable.
I didn't say it was enjoyable, but it's what's happened. So we have a month.
Maybe more, maybe less. It's honestly hard to tell.
I'd rather not
They
take the
might
risk.
slow down, they might speed things up.
We
If there's anything that I've learned,
need to focus on
it's that they don't take risks. Not like attacking a surface world without
you.
first being prepared to win.
You know these networks, right? Do they span all over the coast? These underground.
Never ventured that far, but as far as I'm aware, yes.
They seem to only be amassing in this underground area underneath Bellinor.
Could be where their colony is.
Colony.
Hive, or I've heard it's like a hive.
Like, yes.
Hive-minded creatures.
Like cave wasps. I don't know if you've ever seen them.
No.
Wasps. For sure.
Yes.
Why don't we just go and kill the hive?
Kill every Ilithid in the hive.
You saw what we just faced there, didn't you, Arya?
Saying we have to be, flashy about it, but we could sneak in wherever it is.
You think that everybody here could sneak in, disguise not only their footsteps but their mind's aura too?
I think I come up with a way to be able to do that, though.
But to what end, though? What would going to the Hive accomplish?
It's stomping them out at their trace.
But how? Killing them one at a time? What exactly is the goal of going there?
I agree that we can't wait for them to come to us.
The Queen.
Queen.
There's always a queen.
If they're like a hive, then that means that they must have something in control, right?
I would
If you
assume.
kill the Queen, then the workers would skitter.
They'll at least be unorganized. We know they are. If we're using this analogy, their drones are 10 times as intelligent as the drones on surface.
Not to be pessimistic, but if you kill the Queen, then it tends to make the workers angry.
I think we're thinking in terms of beings that aren't connected mentally. Is that what you're trying to say, Charlotte?
I'm honestly not really sure what I'm trying to say, to be honest. I'm trying to come up with something that could work.
The bottom line of it is we can't let them get to the surface because what's on the surface for them? An army. They can raise an army there. They've already done it with Valor and the rest of the Gloom Maidens. Imagine the amount of people on the surface. Once they get to one kingdom, there's no stopping them. We need to face them on their own front.
Is there...
Incredibly intelligent creatures. They will wait until they know they can win. They also, most likely, are trying to learn everything they can about you and your surface.
Well, Eridel said to us that they were targeting me and Gaiak, right?
That's true. They all had the command to kill the mage and kill the bird.
That makes sense. Your magic is a potent thing to use, and well, you can fly, which makes you a well. Oh, he's gone. Your friend can fly, which makes it a significant problem. Not so easy to stab a flying creature.
Something that's not in abundance on the surface of us. Flying creatures and mages. They will be run through if they make it to the surface.
I have no doubt.
What's that goal? Just control?
Dominion, most likely.
Perhaps. I couldn't say myself. I know that they're intelligent, but I don't know how justified they are. If that makes any sense.
In terms of
Yeah.
They
morality.
have something else.
Their reasons, I believe, are
Yes.
irrelevant. I think
Well, not entirely irrelevant, because if they have something if they want something that we have, then we can hold it hostage from them. That's
or
why
they'll
I'm
just
asking.
take it.
We know one thing.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Before we can write anything off, we have to know as much about our enemy as possible. We can't just go in there blind. I'm trying to think in terms of the way that they would think.
They are a society that thrives and builds itself off of dominating other creatures and doing its work for them. We are not enemies to them. We are resources. That what they want is us.
All right, then our power comes with us.
We need to work out what they want with these conduits.
That is a little more of a mystery, yeah.
It's no coincidence that we first tangled with them on that second time when we discovered the conduit to the realm. I think it's time we see her.
I agree.
We need answers. Could be the key to finding out what their plan is.
Do you trust Arilla?
No. I don't. I trust her more than I trust the Ilithid. That's the start. Whatever that, if she works for the Golden Empire, whatever the Golden Empire have planned is nothing on what the Ilithid could. The enemy, my enemy is my friend and all, you know.
I could try to read her mind.
Could work, but unorthodox. I think she'd be able to tell. She's a powerful mage.
I mean, I can try to be stealthy about it. I managed to. Never mind.
It's an option. I don't like the idea of the practice, but if we find out she's not forthcoming with truth, then we have to have
Yes,
an
I mean, we agreed before we came down here we may have to use unethical means.
But my problem is we can't keep jumping around. We do need to go to Deep Bay, and I realize the only way to Deep Bay is through Sindri, which I don't like that either.
Before we do
I'm not
anything,
really sure who any of these people are, but if they're potential allies, then we don't really have a choice. I don't want what happened to my home to happen to yours.
I just don't think you're ready for how close-minded and bigoted the people above are.
Well, Sindri's, if I remember right, he's part of the Golden Empire and a high elf. From what I understand, they tend to look down on the humans, and especially so on your kind. Mute again, Ian.
I don't have.
Oh, no, never mind, sorry, no.
I don't. There's not much I can really say on that.
Don't worry if he goes for you. I'll go for him. It's fine.
I think the best thing for us to do is, I hate to say this, but I can contact him before rather than just bursting us all through.
He might appreciate
Probably
that,
for the
actually.
best, considering the amount of security in his tower. I don't want to be incinerated the moment we teleport there.
yes.
It won't hurt to ask. If he says no, we'll do it anyway and just be quiet about it.
So we go to Deep Bay, we contact Arilla, and she comes to us.
Hope so.
What then? After we've been to Deep Bay? Tell Theodore to prepare the army.
That would be a good one.
And where do we send them? To the forest where...
The problem is we need, thinking on a tactical advantage, we have Deep Bay in the south. We have Verdun kind of in the north, not really further enough to the north, though.
Northwest.
We really needed an ally, at least in the most northern part of the coast.
Jala, where you said that the hive was likely located around the Bellinor region, do you know specifically where? And is that likely where they're meant to surface?
I have no way of knowing. I've never been there. All I know is that they exist somewhere here. That they've been written into stories and legends here for time, and my people across the underground, we know of their existence, but if locations like that were known and such, I'm fairly confident that they would have been exterminated.
You say they've existed down here for a long time?
Tales of the Ilithid are written into our history, yes.
So why now to surface?
They're such an alien people that trying to understand what they want is incredibly difficult. They could have been waiting for centuries for something to happen. Perhaps they were just building, and by chance this is the time that we're all alive to live through it. I can't say what's fated and what's chance.
I'm gonna start ripping up the dress and try to make a tourniquet and start wrapping it around her, trying to stop the blood loss.
Based on their movements towards the surface, do we have any idea where they might surface up? Charlotte?
I don't know. I've not followed them. I've not been around them. All I know is that they attacked my home and we escaped.
This is why it would benefit us to know what they wanted. If we knew what they wanted or the place that they were targeting first, we could plan around that.
I can't give you answers that I don't have.
Then we seek them. Like I said, we have some leads, we have the conduits. We can only assume that the way they would come up would be one of the networks at least. So our first entrance into the Underdark, that cave that little crones sent us to. That'd be one.
That's another problem.
That's how we got here in the first place, right?
Whatever we decide to do, it needs to be something we can do within a month. So I think that the conduits are a good idea because they've shown interest in them, whatever they are. Beyond that, getting Aurilla on board, getting Zhala out of here. We do need experts in both the Ilithid and what the Ilithid are after in order to help convince the different parties that we're bringing together for this alliance.
Good luck finding someone like that in the Restless Coast.
I think that maybe our best course of action. This is the thing, we need more people. We need somebody as a correspondent in Deep Bay, in Valoom, and preferably someone in the north as well. Obviously that's not going to be fucking David, but if we need to travel to Scaleskin territory, then that's what we'll do. I don't think that going to Foy Fort, in my opinion, is a good idea, because if we put the crones against us, then we don't have a way into the Underdark. Once we gather armies together, I think that we should find out where the hive colony is, go down there, try to attack it, try to defeat them before they can even rise.
I think, like you say, at most, I'm not sure 4-4 is a good idea, and at most, we are going to have time, possibly, to gather the support of one ally. I cannot help but feeling, though, that, Zhala, when you say this queen, is it more like regular queens, in that they just issue decrees and commands and people follow their orders?
I don't know. It was an assumption based on.
I think Ken say what he thinks.
What I do know.
I think we have to assume that they are an entire mystery to us. We don't know anything about their structure or.
I'm gonna use psionic whispers to ask Storm a question. Do you think it's... Do you think it's worth the risk of trying to find out more about the Ilithids from the one we have in our possession?
It's dangerous. You know what happened last time you did that.
I threatened it last time, and that's why it
Yes.
acted out.
It feels threatened again. We don't know what could happen. We could lose you completely. We could. Something worse could happen.
There are things that we can do, precautions we can put in place.
I'm working on some things. We can help us. It's going to take time. And I need you to be careful. Please. We can't lose you.
Just questioning if it's worth the risk at this point.
I say we follow these leads up.
Yes.
Again, last resort.
All right.
Outside silent whispers, yeah.
They just stared intently at each other.
What was that?
I think she was. I think he was giving her side eye. I'm not sure.
Are you guys constipated?
Yes.
We still also need to send some kind of warning, especially now that we know that this hive is likely located somewhere in Bellinor. We should send some warning to Mayfly to let him know, update him on the situation.
True. If we're not going to.
He's still expecting us to come charging over the hills with reinforcements to wipe out the Foyfortians. He needs to know the plans changed quite drastically.
Yes, we have a lot of people.
I say it's probably better to ask forgiveness than permission.
We're not asking his permission, but we need to warn him so that he doesn't expect us to be coming to save him from Foyfortians, or so that Ilithid don't burst out of the ground unexpectedly under his feet.
Who are you talking about?
Mayfly.
Mayfly.
Your dad.
What about forgiveness?
I said it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
That we can agree on.
I do think we need to make him aware of the situation. We're not asking for his permission. We do what we need to do in order to make sure that this threat is taken care of.
If he's still in Bellinor, it's not. There's no harm in letting him know.
Mm-hmm. He may be at a disadvantage if we do not.
And he's the one who can do it. Point the storm.
Storm needs to rest first.
Yes, when we have the time.
One problem at a time.
I've been waiting for your go ahead on it. I don't really know.
Oh, Storm met May... Sorry, just out of character. Has Storm met Mayfly? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he has.
Yeah, he has, yeah, but like
Very
for
briefly.
10 minutes, 10 or 15
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Message him. He needs to know. Don't worry about me.
Alright, so we contact our allies?
I feel like that could be grouped under it, yes.
Mayfly.
Contact our allies, update them on the situation, go back to Deep Bay, speak with Arilla, see if she knows anything more about the Ilithid and about whatever the ball things are.
I think as a party as well, I think we all need potions because I don't think any of us have got potions.
I have one more
I have-
healing potion.
I have 2.
I got none.
It's also worth considering. We need a.
You have 2 healing potions?
Yeah, I told you last session.
Yeah, he did tell you.
Will Smith meme pointing at Jala.
We're resting though, so she'll
Fuck Sharla.
use them when we
No,
I will.
definitely
I
need
will.
them.
Oh
I
god.
I did think about the potions, but we are resting, so.
All these people I have to contact. I really hope my arcane service provider doesn't charge too much. About me.
The tariff has gone up. I'm sorry.
I'm just occasionally giving Zala like sips of water, make sure she stays conscious, doesn't slip away.
Every time you do, Aerodel just like simmers a little bit. She's just like,
not even notice.
All right. So as you do that, Kayak,
Yes.
you have darted off into the distance.
Yes.
Um,
I'm taking the globe with me. Just.
sure. Probably a perception check.
I'm gonna be guidance him myself, just because I can. Fuck! What are my rolls today?
Join the club.
Shit. So a 7 then, eh?
Yeah.
Join the club.
All right. So with that, you dart off into the distance. How far are you wanting to go, and for how long?
At first, I'll go. Let's say double my movement, so like 60 feet.
Okay. So you had a 60 foot down. You can hear the echoes of the conversation behind you as you look, and you don't hear anything, see or hear anything.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going until I can't hear like anything
Sure.
from like our party, just so I kind of like know, there's nothing within earshot, sort of thing.
Okay. Alright, so you head off further and further until you can't hear your group anymore.
Oh
You're
shit,
not
that
sure
means
how
if
long
something
you've
happens,
been
they're not
going.
gonna be able to hear me.
Oh my god.
You're not sure how far you've gone, or for how long, as it is completely pitch black behind you, and it's just you with this orb. It's like a horror film as you're walking down now this long pipe. But you do come to what appears to be a T-junction.
Ooh.
There is two additional. It looks like a small sort of square room with two additional identical pipes that stretch out to the left and then to the right. As you approach that space.
Okay, I don't want to go down either of them. This might be a bad idea.
Don't do
but
it then.
Don't want to go down on.
Just so I can see a little bit further, I want to use the orb I want to make the orb cast daylight,
You're gonna ponder the orb?
Okay.
so I can see
That's-
further
so
down either way.
That's Sam's. I know this is a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway, boys.
Bring the orb in, and then it bursts with light and shines down the two pipelines, and you hear like the scratching of scurrying feet as you see a few rats scurry away from the light, disappearing. Their shadows kind of being thrown across the interior of the pipe in this strange and obviously oversized monstrous form, but you can tell that it is indeed the rats as they kind of scurry away. But again, nothing comes to mind. Comes to sight, or you don't hear anything either. But again, they both stretch into darkness.
Okay, I can like cancel the daylight on it, right, if I want.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just take it, kind of like get rid of that, just so it's its normal glow, and I'll start heading back.
As you return the orb to its normal glow, begin to make your way back. As you turn around, you feel like this itching sensation, like at the base of your skull, and you hear in your head, "You can run, but you cannot hide."
And I'm gonna pick up fucking speed back to the camp.
I just realised I didn't roll any hit die during that. Let me do that.
But you've not taken a rest yet.
No, I don't think.
Oh, didn't you?
No, not yet.
It's not an hour yet. I mean,
No.
I'll say that conversation can be part of the hour's short rest, but it's not quite an hour yet.
Yeah.
But, Jack, you do come back. You can see the conversation beginning to come to an end as you speed your way back down.
Yeah, you kind of like, as he gets within earshot, you kind of hear him very quickly trying to get over, and he's got like this very panicked expression on his face. Please tell me you heard that something unusual happened while I was gone?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Just me then.
What did you hear, Gayak?
To put it plainly, I heard the Ilithid.
Oh, great.
They spoke to me, very simple threat, you can run but you can't hide, and I think they're right.
We need to leave.
We need to rest quickly and keep moving.
How do you rest quickly? Rest faster!
Sleeping pills, I don't know.
I don't need to take a full rest to get out of here. I can get us out of here soon. But it's just where?
Keep it.
I continue down the pipe. There's no sign of an exit and another T-junction.
Okay, so if that's the case, I've got enough in me now to contact Sindri. Contact him now. I scratch my blade. My mouth tingles at that like pits of lightning, and my kind of eyes roll back into my head a little bit, and I start speaking. Oh god. Sindri, right. Sindri, it's Storm. Wondering if we can meet at your place. It's dire with situation with Ilithid. And then I think I've got another 3 words. Would this be okay? It's like 21.
My circle is not your personal mode of transportation. That said, you are welcome to use it this time. But I shall remember this favor. That is all that you get.
Said we can hit it once.
Yeah, hit and dip.
I'm not hitting anything on that man.
No,
You want to hit Sindri? That seems a bit unwise.
He said this is another favor. Well, he didn't say another, but I'm remembering he said we owe him a favor for that whole amulet thing.
I'd be grateful if we do teleport to Sindri's tower if I could be kept in the lamp. I don't think it's the best idea to remind him of my existence.
It's a good idea.
Jala should probably go in there as well then.
Yes, I was going to suggest that.
Is Jala the only one that survived?
Got her gnome friends as well.
Oh, gnome friends. Deep gnomes, that's it, yeah.
Underdark crew in the lamp.
Yes, there's 3. Well, there's 3 Swerf Neblin. Jala. So, 3 Swerf. Jala.
And
the second drow. That would be 5 of them in total.
Mm.
And Zuko needs to go in as well.
It's not 5 including him though. It's 6 including him, right?
Yeah, it is 6 including him.
We could
I believe.
always take
Fine.
one of these little
I can
fellows.
put my cloak around her. It's fine.
Or you could put your cloak around one of these little ones.
I mean, Jala's more important. I'd rather he didn't see her. No
I mean,
offense.
she can go in the lamp. I mean.
Oh,
we
and
only-
put.
we
I
only-
mean, I don't think he'll be bothered about that.
One of those.
I mean, he doesn't like us. I'd be surprised if he even looks at us. If he does, I'll give him one of these, you know.
Mm.
Wind up dead.
It's settled then. So
Yeah, you ready to go now?
no, I need to reconstitute a little bit longer. As soon as I can, I will.
Alright.
Alright.
Keep watch if Gaia
Can
comes
I try to like psionically keep watch? If that makes sense. Just to see if like I can sense the like presence of other things in the tunnel.
So that would be an actual detect thoughts thing.
Okay.
I. Yeah, I'm gonna say at this moment you've been through a lot of shit
Yeah.
today,
That's fair.
and the connection with the Ilithid has probably overwhelmed to a point in which that might be something that, even giving that a go, might be a bit overwhelming.
Okay.
Also, like with stuff like that, technically you don't just automatically just know the where people are based on their thoughts. Even like some of the creatures that are proficient in stuff like that, sure you can imagine what kind of things I'm referring to, don't automatically know your presence.
Yeah.
Just because you're there and can pick up on your mind, but can when they realise that you are there.
Right. Okay. Okay. Alright then.
But you could use your psionic dice. If you use your psionic dice, for example, in something like that, you could justify that you're kind of. You with a perception check, you could probably like flavor it in a kind of way that's similar to that, like trying to put out that tune and see if you can pick up on anything.
Yeah. I mean,
as opposed to just automatically knowing.
I've got. Does danger sense only work when it's in combat?
It doesn't. It isn't just combat, but it is specifically for dexterity checks, I believe. It's just like being able to react quicker to danger, which requires speed.
Okay. You can't. Yeah. Okay. Nah, it's all right. I'll just focus on my hit dice.
Alright. Okay. So who is keeping watch? If someone wants to keep watch. Alright. In which case then, make me a perception check as the rest of you presumably begin your short rest.
14.
Okay. Alright. So as you're resting, you let me just check something real quick. Right. So as you're resting, you're taking an hour, correct? And you're staying within the tunnel, taking the rest. All right. Just wanted to double check. So you begin to rest, having that conversation now, trying to tend to some wounds and just catch your breath. You're pretty battered and bruised, whether that be physically or mentally in the case of some other people. About 20 minutes in, Aria, you can hear something. Your ears pick up the sound of metal clinking, like just little sounds of like the metal ding, 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 ding. like as if the metal is kind of stretching and you know how metal stretches or expands, should I say, is the correct term, under heat. It sounds like the metal is moving, albeit only slightly. It's not particularly alarming at first, because you know you've heard similar sounds to that as you've been walking down yourself, but then the realization kind of hits in that you're not walking, and even if people are shifting their weight during the rest, it's not quite the same. And then that's when you hear it. A clicking sound. Sounds more like claws. Gazing back into the darkness from which you had walked. Perhaps it's just your imagination. But it's there again. More defined now. Wait, there's more.
So stressed.
In the few moments of realization, it's clear now that multiple somethings are darting down the tunnel towards you. You have but one moment to react.
Up, everybody up, everybody up.
You're calling out to your
I'm not going to
companions.
shout, but loud enough that people can hear.
Okay, you shout out and your voice resonates down the pipe, and immediately you begin to hear the sound intensify as whatever it was is now darting even faster, dashing towards you. And as you kind of yell and then look back, you now see that there are numerous small brain creatures with chicken-like legs scurrying towards you, spinal tails kind of flicking behind them. You've seen them before, and that is where we're going to take our break.
We've got nothing to fight with.
I've got arrows.
We've got arrows and
do I have
swords,
time
that's
to make one attack, or is it just...
No, that your choice. Your choice was to call out to your companions.
We got arrows, swords, and daggers. That's it. Our magic is gone.
Yeah. Do we know? Do we?
Well,
But thankfully, your companions are not surprised.
Yeah.
You do not get a short rest.
No,
You've not short
no,
rested
it's
yet.
We need to run.
Yep.
I have only got 19 hit points.
Yeah, I am a little worried for
Well,
you. I didn't know if you were gonna be able
I have,
to rest yet.
I got 9 temporary hit points for killing that guy. So I've got
we
more
either
than that.
rested here and then
I've only
possibly
got 28 hit points,
push ahead
basically.
and possibly fight someone. So we only
All right.
at least one of those options we might have gotten a rest.
We're gonna take our break. We'll be back. Let's say we'll get back at 6. All right. Welcome back. So where we left off, you had made your way through the tunnels, and eventually had taken a point of rest, I suppose, as you had a discussion about what you were going to do next. You messaged Sindri and informed him that you would like to use the teleportation circle to get back to Deep Bay. Meanwhile, Gaiak was investigating further up the pipeline and came upon a T-junction and came to the conclusion that it seemed to kind of go on and on. But as he returned, he had a voice in his head saying that you could run but you could not hide. And as you began to take your rest, that seemed to come true as you saw these several brain creatures scuttering towards you from further down the tunnel. And that is where we're going to pick up. So, I think it's about time.
He's tapped. He's completely tapped.
Reroll some initiative.
Does he have cantrips at the very
He has
least?
cantrips, but none of they're all damage or
I mean,
utility.
he's a warlock,
Good
right? He'll have
Eldritch
Eldritch Blast. So the best thing for him to do, I would
Really
recommend.
much. And he's got lightning law.
I recommend he
that's
stays
literally all
back
he's
with
got.
Jala and just picks them off from a distance.
Yep. That's all
Yeah,
he's
Eldritch
got.
Blast does have a decent range.
We're gonna. I
Are we
think
rolling new initiative or? Isn't that?
Yeah, we are rolling initiative.
it might be.
Excuse me.
Hold on. Before you roll initiative, let me get rid of all of this stuff. There we go.
It might be a good idea to pair up to attack in pairs, because if one person goes down, the other person.
I'm staying near Jala.
Is this the alien game? Because.
Oh my god, I got a decent initiative for once. Right, where's Zuko?
I think if me, like, say for me, like example, me and Storm go up and attack it head on, it should be me and Storm at the same time. Because that way,
come on,
if
Zuko.
he goes down, I have a potion.
It really depends on my initiative. Oh, okay.
Oh god, come on, let me
Oh
roll.
god, no! No, they didn't.
Is it dog shit?
No, look what they rolled.
They rolled really good.
Way higher than us. Oh no. Oh no, it's Jala's. That might have been Jala's.
It was Charlotte.
Oh,
Okay.
thank fuck for that.
God.
Zuko is last.
Average as always.
I actually did well for once.
I'm really scared what they all roll.
Somehow, Charlotte's friend rolled an 8.
I wouldn't get your hopes up because they did also roll a 19.
Oh my god.
You and stop cheating.
Ewan, stop.
Do you wanna go?
Fantasies on us.
That's it, they might accidentally crit every hit now.
Oh,
Ah,
no.
Accidentally.
Alright, let's move that to the combat screen.
Oh, if only we had a cleric. Oh.
Who has potions,
Alright.
just so I know?
I have 2 on me, which, you know, is if you want to come grab one, completely fine with it.
Storm, who has... Do you have any potions? Eridel?
Nope.
Okay, so me and Gaiak are on defib duty then.
Yeah, you are. Because I'm below half health still.
It's not even that, it's just making sure you don't go unconscious.
When in doubt, the black milk.
the black milk.
It saves us all.
Alright. So, has everyone rolled initiative?
Yeah, boy.
Zuko's been rolled as well?
I don't think I'm on the turn order though. I forgot to click my token.
Nice. Did anyone
wow.
else forget to click their token?
No.
Oh, what's your initiative?
You got 23, right?
She's got a 16. She's after
Damn
me.
Nice try.
Alright, damn. Alright, who's got higher dex between Jala
No.
and them? Pretty sure it's... No, actually, fucking hell, it's Jala, so Jala does go
I
first.
knew it had to be Jala.
Is she a paladin or a cleric?
Neither.
He's an elf.
Where is her sheet? Okay. What is going on with her
You're the
health?
cleric,
Let's
you
get
better
that on
heal
there.
us. Fucking hell.
That's true, that's a good point. Well, I thought, you know, because she was in order. But I guess not.
Alright. What's going on with the cams look a little bit weird, but that's alright.
We love it.
Okay, so we'll kick off with Jala. So as these creatures come scurrying into your sights, bearing in mind that at the moment you have the drift globe on, right?
Yeah.
So what is the stats of it again? Like, what does it give you in terms of?
I'll give you the range.
colour?
It is.
Oh shit, yeah, the globe has to stay on as well. Otherwise me and Gaiak can't do shit.
Don't worry. I've got an ace up my sleeve.
Fucking...
It doesn't have to.
It should be. It should tell you it lights up this area and. No, you don't. I'll get it out.
Yeah, I'll send it in the chat.
Unfortunately, they gave the order, so...
God.
Sorry about this. It is. That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't say it. I think.
6 calm word. You just emanate the light. Oh, light. So it's the light spell.
Ah, okay, so that is. I have that open. 20 foot.
I was going to say,
Bright
they
light in a 20 foot radius. Dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay, so 20 and then
20 again.
20.
I wish I wasn't standing here. I really wish I wasn't standing in this position.
So I will say that you can move yourselves around in that position if you want to, but kind of within that area. My goodness, where's? Sorry, I'm trying to get everything sorted up. I should have done this during the break, but it is what it is now. You should. Can you see the auras? No, you can't.
You can see something around us.
Oh yeah, see that? Yeah.
There's like a light aura
The
there.
other one's not. Yeah, but that should be.
Because I'm not. I've got my bugger all in.
Why is that not showing up the other one? Oh my goodness, it's so slow.
I want to swap, but I don't want to. I don't want to go right at the back.
Ugh.
Gaiac, how's your health looking?
I'm absolutely fine, honestly.
Zuko barely took
I'm
damage as well.
swapping spots because I'm really rough.
I've taken 12 damage.
I'm on my last couple of points.
There we go.
If you want to swap
So
places,
the-
I'm completely fine with
So
that.
you,
The yellow
'cause they'll
is the
fucking
bright
line up me
light.
otherwise.
It's dim light otherwise.
Oh,
So
whoops.
the dim light, for those of you with dark vision, the dim light also, counts as bright light. So those of you with dark vision, the 4 intellect devourers here are all in bright light.
Oh, nice.
Not that I'm sure that makes a massive difference. That's usually for perception checks, I think. I forget, but anyway, it is Jala. Jala is going to... she doesn't have a lot left, to be completely honest with you. Where is her sheet? Okay, so... If I recall... Right, so she will only have that left. Oh, okay, she's going to use magic missile. So she's going to stand up, like nursing the wound, and hold her mace out and kind of swirl it around as it glows with this kind of black energy that begins to coalesce into these 3 distinct like balls of just like force. So she smacks each one like a baseball bat and just whacks each one as they go flying.
Nice.
And she's going to send 1, 2, 3 of the different ones within range. So the first one is going to strike this one down here, and then we'll go up and then to the left. So the first one is going to be it's going to be 4 force damage. The second one is going to be 3 force damage, and the final one is going to be 2 force damage. That is a shame. And she kind of like coughs up, and a little bit of blood comes out, and she just looks across to the rest of you. Are we running or are we fighting?
Do we have to stand our ground? We always outrun them.
Alright, she will prepare herself as she stands there, ready. And that will bring us to... No, bring us to the intellect devourers. Okay, so...
God damn it.
Pardon me as I try to just sort something out.
Excuse me,
It's not
while
working.
whipping this out.
Come on now, come on. Alright. Why has it been really slow all of a sudden? My computer has just been super like, oh, let me trudge through. Alright, so with that, the intellect devourers are going to make their move upwards. So, first of all,
Only us before them.
it's a shame. Alright, so how far is it?
No.
Exactly,
it's exactly.
No.
The first one's going to run up, and it's actually going to use its claw attack. Alright, oh god, this is not going to go well if this goes bad.
Oh.
That's kind of a redundant sentence, but I'm going to stick with it. So, it's going to attack you. Okay, well, the claws are going to be a 10 to hit.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
So it leaps up and scratches, but bringing your wings down, it just claws across the armour. However, as it does so, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
21.
Let's go.
21, yeah. As you pull the wings back, you can see it's now glowing with this purple light as you feel like that familiar tickle in the back of your neck. But remembering what's happened last time and just what's going on here, you focus your mind to resist its effect, and you do so.
It's weirdly
Of course, that is
fitting
normal.
that I rolled really well on that intelligence
Go.
save.
Give it.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
this one is now going to charge up and is going to strike at Eridel because she is there.
Oh no.
Nope, that's going to be an 8 to hit, so I'm not even going to bother asking you. So again, it leaps up, but you manage to like twirl out the way as it strikes at you with these like chicken leg claws that have these long bird-like talons. And it is also going to... No, it isn't on you, it can't. Well, it can, but it's not going to. It is going to do it on Storm, though. Storm, would you make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
Yeah.
You hope you'd succeed this one.
Yeah, it's my forte. Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, there we go. A 27, of course. Yeah. It's not even really a question, is it? Like, it tries to enter your mind and overwhelm your senses and your... and, like, crash your mind with information to try and injure you mentally, but you're able to easily resist its effect. The others are going to scurry up to, I guess, these positions. They can't really do... Oh, actually, they're small, aren't they?
I think, yeah,
they are.
Can go between
So
legs.
they are going to... Now going to move into each other's spaces. So I'm going to move them on the side here, and that's representing that they're in this space, because otherwise it's going to be impossible to see them. So I'll move this one up. So, Gaiak, another one's going to strike at you.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. I have a feeling that's going to hit with a natural 20.
Yeah, that does hit.
Fortunately, you know, it's these guys. So that will be... I'm going to roll to see if I get a super crit. I don't. It's a 12. 12. 14 plus... So that is 15 slashing damage. As you have resisted this effect, you have to kind of focus your mind for a second. You didn't see the second one kind of jump off the wall and carve down your back just where the armor plating is separated. And it's a pretty painful blow as it lands back down on the ground. It's then going to do the same on you again. It's going to try and make you do an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay. 17.
Yes.
17. Yep. Again, resist the effect. You see it glowing as well. Second one is also going to try and slash at Eridel.
Yep. Let's go.
No. It's a 10. So it's going to try its intelligence attack. I need an intelligence saving throw on Storm again, please. Sorry, guys. You are in right positions.
Yeah, we are.
Don't worry. Hopefully I'm gonna.
All right.
Hopefully.
Okay. Again, both of you are able to resist the effect. You've kind of trained for this, I suppose. However, finally, this one at the back, who cannot manage to get in, it's kind of like there waiting for its turn. It does begin to glow, and unfortunately, Gaiak, you're the only one. I'm going to need another final intelligence saving throw.
15. They're slowly getting lower.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it is enough.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Focusing your mind, you resist all the effects that come your way. You're not being taken again.
Good thing we swapped. You can imagine Kensei trying to do that shit. Christ.
3 times.
Dead.
Which will then bring us to Madame Ravenwood.
Right. So you've allowed us to have our level up, or no?
You have had your level up, yes.
Okay.
If you're asking about the additional things, yes, you just haven't got your health back, or any of your other resources back.
So hit point
fine.
max increase, but not hit points
It's
back.
fine because I don't need anything.
Well, first of all, does your number of slots increase?
I've got 2 third level slots now.
Okay. Well, they just increased, but did you gain another slot?
For my other spells, no.
Just for your spells
No.
in general?
No.
Okay, because... Alright, so the slots... Did you use any slots last time? You did use at least
I
one,
am
right?
out of the second level, but I've still got first and third if you let me.
But you're a warlock.
Yes.
So all of you only have a number of slots. You don't have first, second, and third. You just have a number of spell slots, and all your spells are cast at the maximum level that you can cast. So all of your spells from now on will be at the highest level, which is third level, but you only have 2 slots of spells.
Yeah.
It's not like other spellcasters.
That's how warlocks.
Did you not know
I've
that?
not been playing it like that at all.
Oh well.
Okay, we'll run you through
They just had access to less spells.
No, warlock has
No. So warlocks always cast their spell at the highest level they can. You just have a number of slots in general. You don't have like first, second, third. You just have spell slots, and then as you level up, the maximum spell level increases as well. So at the moment, at 5th level, you'll have your spell slots count as 3rd level spell slots.
Yeah. So every spell you cast will be at third level. Yeah.
Well, I have
everything
no
is
idea
cast.
how many slots I have then. No idea.
Well, how many did you use last time? I'm guessing
all of
probably
my second
more than you would
level
have.
are gone, and I had 3 second level slots. Well,
So on the warlock sheet, let's just see. Let's just double check. It's alright.
Oh, I think
it's all good.
I think I know how you.
No idea that's how warlock works.
I think I know how you misread this.
I thought they were just like other spellcasters.
No,
but they get a lot of other stuff. That's why they don't get. That's why they don't.
This
have
is what
it
it was like when I played.
Yeah. So you have. Here we go. So at 5th level, you have 2 spell slots, and those spell slots are 3rd level slots. You don't have like.
So a day, I can only cast 2 spells.
Yes, but you also get all those spells back those slots come back on a short rest, unlike every other spellcaster.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're potent. They're glass cannons.
But that's why they get like hundreds of other things in their repertoire, like
and all that.
The invocations that allow you to cast like slotted spells at will. Otherwise, they would be like no one would ever play any other caster because the warlocks would just be too powerful. I mean, they already are incredibly powerful.
But they do 2 spells a day.
Yes, because they get everything. Because they have slots. They have invocations that like allow you to cast.
Well, then I'm probably out
spells
then,
at will.
because I've cast way more than that.
Cast burning hand.
All right, yeah. So, but again, they come back at short rest. No
We
matter
didn't
what.
get one though. So.
Nope.
Well, there goes my plan. Yep. Eldritch Blast. On the closest one.
Do you have only 1 beam so far? I feel like you get another one at some point.
No idea. No idea.
That's what you call a blind deer.
I don't know.
No idea.
I've just found out that I've been playing Warlocks wrong, so I don't fucking know.
I mean, it happens.
Not the time to find out.
There's a lot on their class list, to be completely honest.
I think I know what you might have done. Did you read the numbers when it was showing you the amount of spells known? Because I think you might have read the spells known for that level.
Which is for me 6.
Well, we can go over it another time. And
it doesn't matter. I can't do what I want to do. Eldritch Blast, the nearest one. That's all I can do.
Fucking hell, where's the Eldritch Blast?
Like
I'm trying to see if there's a thing where... Oh, I know what it is. It's in the spell, isn't it?
There's a 15 hit, the one in front of Gaiac.
The one that is in... There's 2 in front of Gaiac. Which one would you like to hit? There's
the
one that looks a little injured.
in front of him.
Alright.
Alrighty then. We're gonna go
15
healing
will
in
hit,
place.
yeah.
4 force damage.
Okay.
And then...
I'm just checking... Eldritch Blast, come on.
And then
Where
I'm
is
using
it?
my
There we go.
full movement to back the fuck up.
Okay. So, you now, at 5th level as Warlock, you now get 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Cool!
So you get to shoot it again if you want.
Yes.
It's like extra attack, basically. Ish. The same guy?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't hit.
Yeah, it barely misses though. You just about misses. You shoot out 2 of them. This is the first time you've shot 2 of these blasts at once. What do your Eldritch Blasts look like? I don't know if
a
you've actually used
mixture
them.
of lightning and fire. They kind of like swirl around each other.
Alright, as you launch out one, a second one kind of comes out unexpectedly and just swerves over at just at the wrong angle and shoots down the corridor. Anything else, Aria?
Just use my bonus action to say, let's get the fuck out of here! That's my turn.
Alright, which brings us to Eridel.
Fucking A, dude.
Unless you're gonna fight now that you know about the spell slot thing.
Bitch!
There are a lot of other things to them, though. Otherwise, then yes, I understand.
I've just had an existential crisis. Talk to me in a bit.
The nature of my life as a warlock is
Everything I know is a lie.
Oh my goodness. Which one are you going for?
I'm going for the one in front of Gaiac.
Alright, this one right here.
Well, I was debating which invocation to pick, but now I know which one I am picking.
What's that? 26.
Oh wait, no, the damage is pretty accurate, yeah.
So funny. I mean, yep, that'll do it. You strike at it with your that first psionic blade, and it murders it.
He murks it, mate.
Let's fucking go.
Which one are you attacking with that second one?
The one in front of him.
You cut out just as you were describing who.
The one in front of me.
Alright. So that'll be 9, okay. I'm very surprised that these don't have resistance. They seem to. The damage seems to be going through.
We had the same reaction with Ilithid, didn't we? We were so sure they would be resistant, and then they weren't. We were like, yeah!
It's a very, very odd decision, but
Yeah.
probably should have changed that, but it is what it is. So, in which case, as you strike with that second one, it doesn't kill it, but you definitely see the kind of combat of the psionic energy going on. Anything else, Eridel?
Nope, I think that's me done.
Alright, which brings us to Gaia.
So I'm gonna notch a hammerhead arrow,
Alright.
and fire at the one that Eridel just attacked.
Oh, he did.
Is it with disadvantage because they're within melee range?
It is, yes.
Still be 18.
But that doesn't matter, yeah. It's easy enough to get. You pull the bow back and shoot out the arrow and it hits it true for 6 hit bludgeoning, I think, because it's a hammerhead. Still up though.
Okay.
But not by much. You can see like a bit of brain matter splatters out over the ground.
I'll notch another one and fire at the same one.
Okay.
16?
Alright, yeah, that'll do it. It splatters into just brain matter across the ground.
Okay, and then the one that's left in front of me, I'll fire my last one at that.
Alright, this one down here.
25.
Oh yeah. That strikes true as well.
Perfect. And then, just because I can as my bonus action, I'll use my second wind. So, like, my body glows with that familiar, like, green glow. And then as it dissipates, I... it's D10 plus 5. Is it
Your
plus fighter
fighter
level?
level.
Sweet.
Yeah. 16. Oh no, not
Okay.
16. It'll be 18 now.
Anything else, Guy?
That's me for now.
Alright, Storm.
Storm's gonna scratch his blade, familiar runes light up, and then also it's like his whole body like jolts with this electricity. He does a little like a pirouette over Eridel and then over this Ilithid. As he flips over, he's gonna slash it with his
Ilithid,
blade.
eh?
Ilithid, I mean intellect devourer. And on this one here.
Alright, you're attacking it with your Shiamata.
Yes, and I'm using
Alright, go
the shillelagh thing, so I've only got one attack,
Okay.
but it will be nasty. Wait, why did it roll my damage for me?
Why do you only get one attack because of that?
Ah,
Is it a bonus action spell?
Yeah, It is, but I have the bonus action to Blade Sing, and Blade Singer basically allows you to use a cantrip and a weapon attack as your 2 attacks.
I see. Okay.
I still need a cantrip to use my intelligence modifier as.
Of course. Yeah. Understandable. All right. Yeah. So you.
And then I will expend a 2nd level slot to juice it.
For your.
I'm gonna juice it.
Okay.
Wild magic. Wild surge.
Juice it, baby.
That's gonna be 3d8. Please kill. 12. And it's gonna be force damage.
Alright. As you take the blade out and strike across, you manage to carve through with that slashing damage, which carves into the brain, and then you watch like the energy kind of humming there as this kind of explosion of arcane energy for 12 damage, but it does not blow it to sky high. It's still there. A large chunk of it is kind of sprayed across and gone, but it's still managing to keep itself together, just about. Yeah.
That's the end of it. Then.
Anything else, Storm? All right. Yeah. Kensei.
Okay. I have a potion belt equipped. That lets me use potions as a bonus action, right?
Yeah, I think we I think we more or less scrapped the whole potion
okay.
thing. I don't think we've used that for such a long time. It was a nice idea, but it's just it's a bit. There's no way of really keeping track of it. So bonus action potions.
Fair enough. No, I'm just gonna take the temp hit points then, if that's the case, because I don't think we're gonna be that bad. I'm gonna use a fighting spirit. Give myself some temps. Not a whole lot, but it'll do for now. What was the one that Storm just attacked? The one who's right in front of him, right?
The one that's directly below him.
So that one's the most likely to be dead soon. So let's take care of the other guys. I'm gonna go over here. And knowing full well what these things can do, I'm just going to go right in on them with a Great Weapon Master. Oh, 13. Fuck.
13?
Yeah.
That hits.
It does? Hey!
It does.
21 points of damage.
21? Oh. Oh yeah, that hits. Yep, you absolutely carve it in two immediately with one swing.
And pivot round. I'll still be within its range if I go here, right? Or the range of this one.
You will still be, yes.
Cool. Then I'm going to immediately swing round and just using the sword, the momentum from the first strike, swing up and attack this one. 11.
11 will miss you.
Oof.
Bring yourself back round and you feel like a stinging sensation as the pain from before returns. The adrenaline is still going through you but kind of wanes for a second and you remember how much agony you're in. And it's enough to just direct the blade slightly off mark.
God.
Crashes across the eye and lets out a screech that echoes down the tunnel.
I'm going to go for the final one then. 14?
14, that will hit.
19 points of damage.
And which one's that? The one?
This one.
Alright. That is just what you needed.
Oh, thank God.
As you focus your mind and try to push the pain down, you swing the blade round one more time and carve straight through horizontally. And the top of the brain just slides off and sloshes onto the ground like jelly.
I'm going to switch back to my two-sword style. Last bit. And no, I don't have action, so I used that last time. That will be it for me.
Alright, that will bring us to this...
wow, he was at 8.18.
5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to dash across and attempt to take 2 slashes at it.
Go on, rando guy.
With his short sword. That will definitely hit for
Come on, Randy Bobandy.
9 damage. Oh yeah.
Randy the Bandy.
Gaiak, you see like this figure dart behind you, and then directly in front takes out their short sword and just slashes across. In fact, actually just impales the creature right up to the hill and lifts it up before kicking it off with her foot, and it just sloshes onto the ground and then just almost deflates. And that does actually bring us to the end of combat.
One round combat.
Yeah.
Wait.
Whoops. I just pulled out my headphones. There we go. Yeah.
We live.
You did live as the devourers just sort of deflate on the ground. What do you wish to do?
Those intelligence saves were massive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that could have definitely gone a completely different way.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably more where that came from. We need to.
I agree. I think they might
Get the hell out of here.
most likely send more, so let's keep moving.
I think the least ones in the monsters should maintain the watch just in case.
I'll stay at the rear and keep an ear out.
Alright.
So,
what are you doing now?
as we're moving, I'm gonna keep the drift globe like 10 or 15 feet behind me, just so I can see a little bit further back.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely can do that.
How long have we rested for already?
Well, your rest has now been interrupted, so you'll have to start again.
Interesting.
That changes things.
Yeah. At least I'm going to say that for a short rest. I mean, for a long rest, it's a little different, but for a short rest, I think that makes a lot of sense.
We'll have to keep moving then, because if we stay here, they're just going to keep attacking.
The only way, but they came from the way we didn't come from, right?
The way you'd come from.
Oh,
yes.
the way we had come from.
Yeah.
Yes, the way that you'd come from behind you.
They're going to keep sending more. We'll have to keep moving.
Okay, we should just push on the opposite way then. So
Is everyone happy with this?
until we can find somewhere safer to.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte's gonna stumble forward towards you. Yes, I agree. I think we need to move now.
Okay, let's go. Waste no time.
Alright, well, if the rest of you comply, then in which case...
I'm gonna be actively keeping an ear out for anything behind us.
Alright. Well, as you keep an eye out from behind, roll me a perception checks, we'll see if you do notice anything. But you push on in the direction that you were originally heading, and as 20 minutes goes by, or I suppose probably, depends on how quick that you're trying to move. Are you trying to move with stealth? Are you moving at your kind of normal pace, or are you speedily heading ahead?
I think that I'd say the normal pace, so we don't injure ourselves.
Yeah, I guess we'd like let the injured keep the pace, right?
Yeah.
So we gauge the pace by
We
them.
don't want to charge ahead right into another pocket of enemies.
Alright, so in which case then, I'll say that after about half an hour of journeying, you do eventually come to that T-junction that Gaiak had previously seen. Two passageways, one heading left, one heading right. What would you like to do?
I think we just need to make a decision and run.
Does anyone have any fire?
I can produce a flame, yes.
Produce it now.
Okay, I'll produce flame.
I want him to hold up a T junction, right? So there's literally going like right and left. It's not like angled or anything.
Yep.
That is what a T-junction is, yeah.
Has anyone ever played Heavy Rain?
Yes.
So there's a bit in Heavy Rain where a guy finds out where to go through a tunnel by using the flame to judge where the wind's blowing
Yeah, I
towards.
remember that bit, yeah.
I want to do
Okay.
the same thing, but with Gaiak's produce flame.
I'll do that
Oh,
kind
that
of
bit
like
was tense.
leap over to the front and hold the flame as steady as
Yeah.
I can in the middle.
I want to see if I can do that.
Sure. Roll me a survival check. If you're going to look at this is about. It's not just perception; it's more of like a judging.
Is that me or Kensei?
It's more of a survival thing. I mean, you can both do it if you want.
I recommend we both do it because mine's not.
Oh.
Both try and gauge.
Oh yeah, good thing we did.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, with a 21 and then a 2 from you.
A 1 technically.
All right. So it's 1 technically, yeah. With that, Kensei, it's kind of hard to really tell you. I mean, even with this mask on, like you can feel like the sweat underneath it. If your face still has, sweat pores.
I really
anymore.
wish.
Do you know what I've always imagined? This is a bit of a segue, but I've always imagined if it comes off and he is indeed like a normal human being, like, will it be like when you hold your hands underwater for ages and it's just wrinkled?
Oh yeah.
You can't wipe his face there.
Anyway, Guy, I would say you can feel that there is some kind of like breeze as the flame kind of flickers slightly towards the right.
Does that mean the breeze is coming from the left?
The breeze does appear to be coming from the left tunnel.
Okay, there's a breeze from the left, so perhaps an exit. And I'll kind of stand back and let everyone, if we're going that way, let everyone go past so I can be at the back again.
Left sounds.
I'm propping Jala up, so.
Alright. Okay, in which case you follow that tunnel down. As you head further and further down it does begin to get warmer and warmer. It's already uncomfortably hot, but the temperature does seem to be slowly getting a bit more uncomfortable. But eventually you do come to where the tunnel seems to have some light at the end. And you continue and continue and continue until eventually you can see that in the distance it seems to open up into a larger space. And finally, as you get to the end, you can see that the tunnel has appeared into a incredibly massive metal chamber. There are grooves and channels on the ground that are filled with lava, and from the perspective that you are, almost in the top left-hand corner of the room, almost like a ventilation pipe that connects to this room, you can see that the channels are woven into a massive pattern, and in the center is a massive metallic statue 3 times the size of a fire giant. It has a humanoid form, but the surface is textured like flame. Lava oozes from various orifices and slowly pours down into the grates on the floor that then feed into these channels across the room. It seems to be, for want of a better phrase, a shrine perhaps. But you are stood in what effectively you can kind of come to the conclusion of is probably a ventilation shaft, but massive, because it's a city of giants. But you are stood at the end of this this tunnel now, looking into this room. What would you like to do?
Anyone got the magic carpet? I look at Zuko.
He kind of like looks at you like, whoa.
Oh, I get it, because I'm feeling I don't have the car.
What are you gonna do?
So is it just, sorry, just describe the layout again to me. It's the statue and there's a bit of lava going through into a grate. Is there any...
So it's a massive room. You're in the tunnel that you've come through, the pipe, is in the top left of the room. Like, you are coming through like what is effectively a vent in the top of the room near the ceiling. The actual room itself is covered in like little grooves where lava is oozing through, but it seems to come from this massive statue in the middle of the room, which is 3 times the size of fire giants, which to you is basically near enough 40-45 foot tall.
What does the statue look like?
It looks like it has a sort of humanoid form, but it looks to be like wreathed in flame the texturing of it isn't actually on fire, but the texture of the statue in the metal looks like, well, like an artist's interpretation of flame.
Is there another way out of that room other than this one part?
There is. There does appear to be a massive door on sort of one side of the room.
I guess that's our only way to continue.
I'm going to prop Jala like against a wall or something and tell her to lean against it, and I'll go check out the door.
I'll go with Aria.
You are currently up in the vent.
Oh.
Which is...
We have rope though, don't we?
Yeah, we've got tons of rope.
I mean... Oh, wait, no.
You're effectively, like, near enough... Probably about 80 foot off the ground currently.
I have
you need to get down
50 foot of rope. Who else has 50 foot of rope?
You're going to tie them together.
I also have some rope, yes.
There we go.
I need to go down there. I'm the best with doors.
I'll just,
Where are you going to tie this rope
down.
off to?
Can you carry me?
Me?
Yes.
I can give it a go.
I'm not that heavy.
I'm not that strong.
Gaia. Come on.
Okay, I mean, do you want me to carry you? I can carry you.
Yes.
Okay. You getting on the back, or do you want me to pick you up?
Bridal style.
What does that mean?
Carrying her like a baby.
Like this,
Okay.
you moron.
Okay. I'll try and pick her
How
up.
very Gaia of you.
I'll pick her up and I'll attempt to start flying down. Guidancing myself the entire way.
Sure, Yes, you can fly down with her.
Okay.
There's a real
It's
struggle
gonna be
there.
nice on this occasion. Yeah, because normally I'd make you do
I know I
strength
got a
check
dummy
for it,
thick
but I'm not gonna
ass.
do it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's
heavy.
why I was worried, because I've had to do strength checks before and I only have a +1, so...
I mean, you're a
Yeah.
giant bird man, and I'm much smaller than you, so
Still +1 though.
we need to get you to
Either
the
way,
gym,
you
Gaia.
can fly down with her, sure.
Alright, inspecting the door. Eldritch sight. Detect magic.
Okay. You don't pick up anything magical that you don't expect.
Inspect for traps.
Okay. This is, just so you know, like a 20-foot high door with a massive lock on it.
Could
You
I
can certainly
could
try.
I assist her by, like, she can guide me and I can look at, like, the higher areas?
Yeah, okay, roll me an investigation check. I'm giving you disadvantage on this because it's...
And I'll guidance...
24.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the door, it doesn't appear to be trapped. I've realised you could probably get into some of the nooks and crannies of, like, even the lock is, like... I mean, it's not like, it's not massive so much as you can climb in, it's not that big, but you can definitely see in it better than a normal lock. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be trapped. There's nothing that looks like it's going to spring or explode or do anything harmful.
The lock. Don't make that face.
Do you know what?
I've just found out my whole life is a lie. Be gentle, please.
Okay.
Be gentle.
Okay. Roll me a thieves' tool check. Disadvantage because you are using normal thieves' tools to open a giant's lock.
I'm gonna be guidancing you, like, this entire time.
Oh, wait. Can I use my dagger instead? Is that bigger?
You want it? Please tell me.
I mean,
you're
it's
gonna
all the
use-
same. If without thieves' tools, you won't be able to have
14.
proficiency. Again.
Please tell me you're going to use.
14.
You can
Okay,
add a
yeah,
D4.
Oh,
it's
you guided me?
Yeah,
Did-
for this whole
yeah?
time I'm gonna be guidancing you.
I mean, so 16.
Yeah, as you try to unlock the door, you're trying to unlock it, but the tools just aren't strong enough to keep the pins up, and you find yourself like trying to actually having to put your hand in to try and do it, but it's just not working.
I just love the
It's
idea.
just not
I have
working.
a plan B.
I love the image of like using this ancient demonic evil dagger. Just be like, all right, let Jimmy in this door.
Okay, plan B. I'm gonna take.
Always a good idea.
I'm gonna take some water out of my water skin, and I'm gonna put it on the lock, and I'm gonna freeze it with shape water.
Oh,
And
you're
try
gonna
and
do that
freeze
thing
the
again?
lock off. Is that a thing you can do? Like freeze it and then like smash it? I don't know, people freeze locks.
That's not. I mean, for like a padlock, that usually works. For a locking mechanism in a door, it might break the lock and keep it permanently locked.
Oh, it's not a padlock. It's a locking mechanism.
It's a locking mechanism, like a door lock, like a key where you put a key in. It's a giant key hole.
Right.
You have enough water to freeze a giant key that fits it.
I mean, I'll try as plan B. I will get some water from my water skin and I will try and push it into the lock. Actually, no, but then it would be stuck in it. I'll try and just try and push it into the lock and then freeze it and see if I can pull it out and see if it forms the key or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Push the water in and just freeze the water, not the whole lock.
I don't know if this is going to work.
Roll me a charisma check.
I'm pushing it. I don't know what else to do.
Let's see. Your spellcasting modifier.
Charisma.
Let's see what happens. Yep, charisma check, please.
I don't think this is going to work the second time.
Yeah, it freezes, and you pull it out, and it's just kind of like this slightly lumpy clump of ice as you pull it out. It looks like it's not working with this particular lock. The pins inside are probably a lot heavier than a normal lock, simply because of its mechanism.
What is the rest of the door made of?
It is a giant metal iron door.
Okay.
Is it open? I just push on it.
Like a lock. I mean, make a strength check.
All right, okay. I'll make a strength check. Yep, 0.
Yeah, I mean, push on it. It just doesn't work.
I let out a little toot.
Yeah, it's just not. It is. Trying to push this open is going to be pretty difficult.
I'm gonna take like go back 20 feet, and then I'm gonna run at it, and then use the propulsion thing on my armor to try and like force the door forwards and kind of hold my ground so that I don't get pushed back. The door does instead. Because whenever like metal gets within 10 feet.
Yes, it can have a propulsion thing, right? Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see what that does. Oh my god. I need to see the armor again. What is it called?
Because usually it's when something comes into my range, but I'm gonna run at it and try and push the door
Just
instead.
try everything. Everything that's in your bags, chuck it at it. I have one more thing I can try if this fails, and that's it. I'm done.
Okay. I'm not really sure. All right. Okay. Oh my god, this is an interesting one. All right. It is meant. It's meant for creatures, but we'll try it. Okay.
Because usually it pushes like me back, but I'm gonna like try and hold my ground so that somehow.
Okay, well, first of all, you roll me a strength check to see if you can do that.
Okay.
As you're forcing yourself against the propulsion.
Okay.
Should have been a save, really. It's what I should have written, but it is what it is. All right, let's see what the door can do.
Guidance reversal. I'm gonna be doing it on myself.
Problematic doors is not meant to be our
19
specialty, guys.
19.
Alright, okay, so you managed to resist yourself from being pushed back. You managed to kind of hold your ground. The power on the armor is not enough to shift the door open. You hear like a
Oh my god.
but the door does not get thrown off its hinge. It doesn't push open. But you do hear like there is kind of like a magnetized resistance that is happening. But it's a hefty, giant 20-foot sized door. At this point, up in the vent, what are you guys doing?
I have one more thing I
Getting
can
this
try.
done.
Can you say... What did you say, sorry?
Watching this unfold.
Mm-hmm.
I the assassins from the top here. Can I see down and look at them?
You can, yeah.
I just want to have like a peep around in case there's anything they might have missed. If there's any kind of like
Sure, roll a perception check.
or anything, or.
Oh my god, it's the fucking pearl shop incident all over again. We didn't look for the basic motherfucking thing. Look for a switch.
Perception, yeah?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
I'm not thinking straight.
Okay. From the top, you look down. You can see them trying to open this door. As you glance around, nothing else of, like, particular standout comes to you.
I have one more thing I can try.
It looks... Yeah, there's nothing else that stands out to you, to be completely honest. It's just the statue, these channels, and this door. And your friends trying to open it.
If we stand here for a couple of centuries, I could melt it with produce.
I might get my spells back and I could just blast it open. But I have in my possession, I think I got them ages ago and I've never used them. I have 2 acid vials.
Okay.
Can I try and burn the lock with the acid or one of the hinges or something? I don't know. What would be better, the lock or hinges?
I guess you could like pour it inside the lock, right?
Yeah,
to kind of
I've got,
the mechanism.
and it's a giant door, right? So the lock's probably like that big.
Yes. Yeah,
Both vials, dump it on the lock.
That might melt the lock though.
Got those ages ago. Never used them.
Alright. Okay.
What's
What's the acid?
I got nothing else, bro.
Knew it.
Did you get acid?
Got nothing else.
There's got to be something in this room. Like, we can't just... There's got to be something special about this room. There's a giant fucking statue dedicated to some giant in here.
I think I've already covered
This is where
the bit now.
The tunnels and this, I don't know, it just gives me very much Forge vibes. I feel like this is probably somewhere that's a little bit dangerous.
We somehow wound up further in at the forge.
So we have to say Aria and Gaia are still trying to open the door to this day.
Open the door to this day.
Mate, doors are apparently the eternal enemy of every D&D player. Like,
can I fuck the door?
Was it magical?
Roll me 4d6, please. This is the acid damage that you pour onto the lock.
Please don't break the lock. We can't get out of the way.
Not for breaking and break it. 13.
Okay. You pour the acid on. First vial goes on. You watch it corrode through the metal somewhat. It's not perfectly burning through it. And you dump the second one on. You watch the lock beginning to kind of erode, and you do hear some kind of like clicking noises on the inside as something is happening on the interior as the acid begins to be used up, I guess. It kind of drips away and
off my inventory.
is absorbed or just burns away.
Going out.
Evaporates.
Alright.
I don't know enough about acid. I dropped A-level chemistry.
Alright, walking over to the statue and seeing what that's about.
As you leave the door, Jala, who is still up with you guys up there, just turns to you. What are they doing?
I think I can't see too well, but I think Aria just poured something that looked like some liquid green on top of the door lock for some reason.
I thought we needed to rest so that we could get out of here.
I
thought we needed to rest so that, and she gestures to Storm, so that we could get out of here.
Yes, we ought to just. I'll shout down to them. Guys, ignore the door. We should just rest here.
Something about a whore and being the best here. That's what I heard.
Don't look at me,
I was like, I don't know. I do want to have a look at this statue though first before we do anything.
Sure, what are you trying to do with the statue? Like, what are you trying to...
if it moves, if it's like looking at something on the walls.
Roll me an investigation check.
You know what? While she's doing that, I'm just going to check to see if there's anything up here, like a jagged bit of rock.
On!
Sure.
Right.
Roll an investigation check yourself. Aria, it's a statue. There are no buttons. It doesn't turn. The door opens with a key.
Nothing, Gaik.
I did slightly better at least. 19. I'm just looking for a place that I can hitch the rope so that we can climb down.
Sure. Okay. So I would say the tunnel is mostly smooth, but you do see there are like akin to kind of like large nails that kind of bucket size. You could probably try and wedge one out to tie the rope off of. So that it has at least something to hold on to as you descend.
Oh wait, I have pittons. I can fucking...
You do, but this is also metal. It might be difficult to get it into the... Like, to put the metal pitton into a iron thing. I mean, you could try and wedge it between, like, where the pieces of sheet metal meet, but either way, you could use that to get down, whichever option you wanted.
I don't really have any other option other than using this rope. Yeah, I'm gonna try find the most secure-looking one, I guess, and attach it there.
Okay.
Sure. I'll kind of wave over Gaiak. Gaiak!
I'll fly up.
And he's gone. He's left me. I'm going to die here.
Catch me if I fall.
I'll just shit on Aria's head as I fly over. No.
Come on!
Yeah, I'll be there to kind of like, you know, be flying behind Kensei, gliding as he descends, in case I have to catch him.
Okay.
Catch me if I fall.
Catch me outside.
You tie the rope to the pitton or the nail, whichever you wish to do, and begin to descend the room with Gaiak there, ready to catch you if you fall. I'm not going to make you do a check for this. It is a bit of a nervous descent. You're in heavy armour and you're kind of climbing down, and there's, you know, a fair drop below you, and channels of lava, which you do not want to fall into. But eventually you do find your footing at the base of the ground.
I'll just yank on the rope just to make sure it's still firmly secured.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Okay. Now the rest of you try. And I'll say to Gaiak, Gaiak, maybe you should carry Jala down, since she might not be able to climb herself.
Yeah, I'll
Catch her.
I'll go and try and carry Jala down.
Alright. She is in heavy armour, I'm pretty sure.
That's alright, if she falls, I'll protect her.
Think like that, though.
Please don't kill her already proof.
She is in plate armour. Yeah, I'm going to need you to make me a strength check as you pick her up. She's like, well, first of all, she's kind of like, are you sure about this? This armour is very heavy.
I'm going to blatantly lie to her. It's fine, I've done this many times before.
Alright, make a strength check.
And I'm going to be guidancing myself.
This
is just the initial pickup though, right?
No, this is you carrying her down. As you pick her up, she is heavy. You know this is going to be difficult. You're nervous about it. You are so
24.
lucky. You are so lucky.
Go, strong boy.
Imagine travelling down here, going through all of that just to have her
Drop on the lava
die.
by accident. Fucking hell.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what would have happened. As you pick her up, realising, you know, she's injured and this is a long drop, she's going to die if she falls, you are very focused on this. You begin to descend and eventually come to rest with her at the bottom. The other drow has climbed down at this point.
As I land, you can see Gaiak is visibly woozy from the focus and strength.
Strain.
I got her.
Thank you.
Find somewhere to rest here.
Alright, you can find a little space to sit down. It is obviously a lot hotter in here. But again, it's not enough to injure you, but it is just very agitating.
Pass out little ice blocks. I'm going to freeze little bits of water and give them to people.
That's pretty good. It does melt, you know,
I can put it
within
on the
about 10 seconds.
Front back of the neck.
You know, it is, you know, that's a good idea. People begin to have their moods improved.
Hydrated.
Storm, Eridel, as the other two have made their descent, what do you wish to do? I mean, Zuko, I think, is going to probably... I think he has a levitate left, so I'll say that he can
as a
levitate
penalty,
down.
right?
How
You can
far
just
down
levitate
is it?
down. 60 feet.
It is 60 foot from where the tunnel is
You're gonna
down
feel
to the
it
ground.
if you jump.
Can I try and use my daggers to teleport me down?
There is a rope.
If you want
I can say put a rope down.
There is a rope. You can climb
Oh,
the rope.
did he?
Yeah.
Yes, there is a rope. There is a way. You can get down safely with
Alright,
the rope.
fine,
if
yeah,
you
then
want.
I'll just climb down. I won't do this stupid way.
I love the image though. The image is real cool.
It would have been cool. I'm just gonna climb down like a normal.
Alright, so the both of you climb down and eventually meet the ground with the rest of the group as you begin to take a semblance of a rest. So, as you begin to rest...
And get my 2 spell slots back. Yeah.
Well, maybe,
Oh,
because
no.
as you rest, nothing happens. You can take your short rest.
By the way, because the tech magic was still up, Jala would see my freaky deaky demon eyes. 'Cause-
Yeah, she is gonna look at you with a curious look, but not say anything.
Oh, thank God. Yes, health,
Your
please.
short rest, you can do it.
I'm gonna use it all.
That was exactly what I needed. What the fuck?
I want it all.
How much do I have now? I have 12. Oh, bitchin', boy. Let's just pump it all. Yeah.
Oh wow, bloody hell.
Thank you very much. I take it.
That's plus your con, right?
Which is
You
0,
haven't-
so
Oh,
yeah,
right,
it's
okay.
just straight rolls for me.
Just a friendly reminder
I'm
that you
full.
obviously get half your hit dice back in a long rest.
I am full
Round
health
it
again.
down.
And I don't think I lose my temp hit
Would-
points
would
until
you-
they go, so that's good.
Would you allow me
You
to
don't
have
get.
my-
I think you lose 10 hit points at a short rest. I think it will go after the short
Is
rest,
it?
if I remember correctly.
Another thing that I've been lied to
It was
about.
one of the one of the first things we had to do in this campaign. It's in my original notes. Is how long does temp hit points last? And then there's a little note from a week later: short rest.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do I get my? Because
Makes
I
sense.
with this level up, I got 2 more prepared
Fine.
spells. Can I have them now, or should I wait?
Yeah, get my 2 spells.
You will be able to have them now. I would have done the same for Aria if she had slots.
Yeah, if I did.
Sorry,
Such a shame.
but you get them back.
My life is a lie!
My life is a lie.
Well, I know which invocation I'm picking now, since I'm going to be relying on Eldritch Blast more often.
I'm gonna have to. Do we add our constitution to each individual roll?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah, I need to start
Yes.
spells, because I don't know what spells.
So times your Constitution modifier by the number of dice that you rolled.
Really?
Oh, I want to replace Eldritch Mind as well.
I keep forgetting what my
All right.
dice.
Well, as you do your hit points, for the sake of time, we'll continue on so you can do that as you're doing whatever happens next. So as you take your rest, an hour goes by as you feel a bit more rejuvenated, you feel like you've caught your breath, got some energy back. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get straight to it. Okay, I'll waste no time. Let's get this ritual on the road. Get my notebook out. Pray that I copied Sindri's teleportation circle correctly, and then send us somewhere we should be.
Just don't say Diagon Alley.
Or do.
Yeah, and then start with the last of my chalks. You watch as he empties out the pouch, his little felt pouch. he empties it out into his palm, the last bits of chalk and gems. and he starts drawing this circle out. Just before he finishes the last line and the last gem passes over it, and he says, "Hey, everybody ready? We ready to go?"
Sure thing.
Okay. And with that, the familiar mirage-y, shimmering mirror is visible with that kind of reversed, upside-down reality look.
That's hot.
All right.
That's real hot.
So, as the portal opens, you get a faint glimpse of the interior of the towers, the top of Sindri's tower that you'd been in. As
Forgot to put people in the lamp.
Head through. You did indeed, as all of you begin to appear back into the top of Sindri's tower.
I remember this place.
And here you are.
Oh, Jesus.
You return at the top.
Legend says he's been waiting there ever since.
And you stand there, and you can see Sindri is like walking up the stairs at this point. Shouldn't have really been there. Just kind of walks up the stairs.
Stand in front of Jala.
As you all appear. Now, out of Emberforge and the pipes below it, immediately there's a relief of cold air as you, or what feels like cold air, as you are in a temperate environment. At the top of the tower, you can see the kind of the tiled floor and the numerous doorways, that some of which you've been through previously. But here you are. Let's see, where is? I wonder if his thing's on here. I can't remember if I made a thing for this, so it's been such a long time. Bloody hell. Alright, well, as you arrive back, Sindri, who has walked up to the top seizure wall. Welcome.
Hi.
Just kind of looks at you all like, over.
Got one hand like grasping, not like tightly, but just on Jala's arm at all times.
Okay. She has a curious look across her face, like obviously she's never been here. She's rarely come above the surface as far as you're aware. And now she's stood in front of a high elf and quite a formidable foe. She can definitely tell that there's a strength in this person, and you can see her kind of like grab onto your arm a little bit. She kind of gives her weight to you slightly.
Thank you.
Trust us, we wouldn't be here without wouldn't return here willingly without cause.
I'm sure.
The situation is dire.
It would seem so. Please inform me.
It's predicted that within the month they will have rallied a big enough force to come to the surface. You know best as any that they are a formidable foe.
They are. That is rather inconvenient. I take it you have plans.
Some, yes. We need allies. Like we told you before. Like I'm sure you know. You'll have no stake in this land if it's controlled by the Ilithid.
It would certainly be a concern. I have no interest in allowing that to occur.
At least we're on the same page for something then.
I cannot help but think that all of this would be so easily sorted with the intervention of the Empire.
For what price?
Well, I am not one to make those assumptions, but I would imagine they would wish to oversee the protection of this land after. Clearly, it is in need of protection.
What
You
you're
mean
suggesting-
subjugation?
You're suggesting subjugation, at the very least war. You know they won't let you march in here.
The lands of Eventide they are happy. They are protected.
For you, perhaps.
Have you ever ventured there?
I've heard enough from my friend.
Which friend?
I gesture to Storm.
Hi.
Wrong place.
Hmm?
And besides, that is a completely different situation.
Eventide appeals to those that the Golden Empire wish to keep safe. You don't care for those who are of no use to you.
You are welcome to feel any way you wish, but that does not deny the fact that our protection is absolute.
How much freedom
This
would
problem,
people have to govern their own lands?
until the kingdom of Midgard fell, they were well within their rights to govern as they wish, so long it did not conflict with the beliefs of the Empire, that they had no ambition to overthrow, and they thrived until, of course, they didn't.
Till you ran and left them.
Oh,
I take it you know more information than you're letting on.
I know enough.
Were you there?
No, I was not.
does he need to be? You're here now. Clearly it's for a reason.
Yes. I am. I am here. I am troubled to understand your implications.
I kind of look
wait.
over at give Gaiac the side eye.
Mm. Why were you?
Speak up.
Why were you stationed here?
To this whole plan, I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of am as well, I'm not gonna lie.
What did you say, Guy?
I said,
can hear.
why were you stationed here? You never did tell us. Why did you leave Midgard?
I am an ambassador.
Which
That
means you are
wasn't my
stationed
question.
by the Empire, yes?
That is correct.
So you were stationed at Midgard, and now you're here, after it fell, yes?
Those are the facts, correct. Your point.
Little birdie told me that you turned tail and ran.
When the forces of Midgard were incapable of fending themselves against the threat, and it was I alone, I made a call.
Run with your tail between your legs.
Leave with information. It would not do well for everyone to be slaughtered.
Clearly the Empire disagreed.
You can spin it whatever way you want, Sindri. Doesn't change the facts.
It doesn't change that you have very limited knowledge, clearly, and I would see it as a waste of my time to engage in this discussion.
What are we talking about?
I think Alistair.
Alistrine.
I keep doing this. Like,
No, it's Alistrine.
No.
In front of Sindri, it's
Oh,
Alistair.
sorry. Yeah, right.
I think the point Alistair is trying to make is that the dear ambassador's position here was not out of merit, or
What does this have to do with what we're doing right now?
if you let me finish. They sent him here because he ran away. Now,
Do make it a habit of insulting your hosts.
would you let me finish as well, please?
I shall not. I have given you the honor of using my home to return to this city. I did not have to.
And are you planning to abandon this city when it becomes infested with Ilithid? Would that look well upon you back at the Empire to do this a second time? Or will you be the one who goes back to them with a solution to the problem?
The Empire has no loyalty to this land.
Of course not. It has loyalty to itself.
That is correct.
You have made that abundantly clear. But if they want anything from this land, and if you want to get back in their good graces, perhaps it would behoove you and benefit you to help us see an end to this problem. Because it will spread. If we lose, and then when they're done picking over the remnants of our carcasses, and what's left of this western coast, of this coast, they will come for you. And when they ask, why do we not have anything prepared, why did we not stop this threat beforehand, who do you think they will point the finger at?
The Empire is more than aware of your situation.
I'd assume so.
But it is not our way to intervene where we are not welcome. As I said, I am an ambassador, here only on the interests of the Empire. In all honesty, what I have done for you thus far is already out of what I should be doing here. And for your information, the Empire is not in the habit of abandoning those it protects. As of right now, there are ways there are sections of our governance attempting to come to a solution with the Midgard situation. But they would not be able to if everyone was slaughtered.
When he says the Midgard situation, he's referring to the coast.
No, Midgard's not in the coast.
Midgard is now
is the one that he used to govern, and then it got consumed in mist, right?
Yeah.
Can I do an insight check?
You can.
Just
Go
to
right
see
ahead.
if he seems like he was like a coward and fled, or that he made a calculated decision because he knew it was best.
Sure, go right ahead.
I mean, my insight is shit. Yeah.
Ooh,
It's actually
sorry.
a 9 because I can't roll lower than an 8, but still.
He has a very strong poker face, to be honest. Obviously, you know, I can't help but emote, but he has a he has a particular way of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to really gauge much emotion from him,
Mm-hmm.
except for when it's very painfully obvious.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he seems to be truthful in that regard. Like, he doesn't seem to be... He hasn't given off a reason to suspect, in the way that he's speaking at least, that he ran for cowardly decisions. He could be telling the truth, and in fairness, you've heard part of the story.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
What the hell? Can I insight check him as well?
Sure.
Same reason.
Arias. I mean, I think that get them involved. I need help.
I'm gonna say the same for you.
It's just
Same
so
for you.
hooey every time it matters. Okay.
Well, thank you for letting us use your circle. We should be on our way now. We have matters to attend to.
Very well. But I urge you to consider this offer.
It's not us you should be proposing this offer to. We are not the leaders of the coast.
No, but you are clearly trying to align them. Perhaps once they are all in the same room, this offer can be presented. I know that it is likely to not go down well, as I've heard some of your people say. But it is a offer nonetheless.
Well, thank you for the offer.
Yes,
And I'm gonna start like moving and try to walk past him on the staircase.
Okay. As you walk past, he obviously looks down at you. Back to the rest of you, as I presume you follow suit.
I'm gonna go out last, and I'm gonna kind of like move so that I'm always blocking Jala and push her down in front of me, so she goes down before me.
I'm gonna stare him down as I walk past. Just.
But
keep
I want to
keep
go
eye
out
contact.
last because I want to catch him.
Okay. Guy, as you walk past, your gaze is met very sternly by him. Doesn't break eye contact with you as you pass by. Anaria, as you're ushering Jala by.
Her me, as in to like tell her to go, keep going. And I just stop on.
He obviously looks at her as she walks. And then looks towards you as you're clearly stood in front of him.
I don't know much about the Empire. I wasn't exactly a model student. Didn't pay attention in a few classes. But magic, it is commonplace there.
Of course.
And people of all races, do they live together?
There are many people of many different cultures that reside within its borders, yes.
And that's everyday life. That's been the way it has been for ages.
For centuries, before your people landed here on the coast, yes.
Well, I cannot speak for my friends, but you have one person in the coast who would welcome you here. And I just carry on walking down the stairs.
As you say that,
Stumps.
you can see a bit of like a squint there. Unexpected answer. As you head down.
You join the group.
So, alright.
Y'all are so
that-
salty. Y'all just love to attack people.
Following down to the bottom.
Fuck you.
As you hit the bottom, you head towards the doorway and step out through its kind of shimmering image. into the deep bay air.
I think Guy's going to be very nervous because of like the whole Clanland situation. So as soon as we step out, he's going to be like immediately, what can I hear? What can I see? Is it any different here?
Okay. Well, first of all, you're still in the gardens, so presumably head through the gardens that surround the tower. Pardon me, and out onto the road. With that, I'm going to bring us onto a map we haven't used for quite some time, the Deep Bay map.
It was weird seeing this.
It is. It is very weird.
And we're now apparently Godzilla-sized titans wrecking the place.
So you are currently over in the eastern part of the city in Coppertop. As you head on out, you follow that road down, that main road through Coppertop. Roll me a perception check as you try to listen in on the conversation of miners and workers as you presumably head through in some direction for some reason.
Who's this to?
This is to Gaia.
Oh, sorry. Perception, was it?
Yes, perception check, please.
19.
Oh, hold on. It's the wrong one. Oh my goodness, this is such an old sound set that I don't even have the new music on here. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I do. Okay, sorry. 19. Alright. So as you listen out, and continue onwards, I'm gonna say that you don't pick up on any kind of conversation directly related to it, given that it happened a couple of 10 days ago at this point, or just over a 10-day ago. No one's talking about it immediately in any way that you can kind of gauge is connected, at least in this particular location.
Okay.
Where are you heading to?
I think personally that we should start heading to wherever Theodore is, because we can kill two birds with one stone, message Arilla and let Theodore know.
I agree.
This is probably not a good idea to tell you that I'm not able to do anything like that. That spell took it out of me.
I'll have to rest afterwards, but visiting Theodore does seem like a good course of action.
Yes.
Alright, let's go then.
Alright, so where are you specifically going?
We are going to, what's it called? The thingy of fucking, I don't know, deep bay
The
hall.
thingy of fucking, I don't know.
With the hall of things, the
Ogman's what?
I have
Vigil of the
not
Granite
a
King.
single clue what the fuck you're talking about.
the Hall of Order, I believe, where Theodore is.
Nice.
And Theodore resides in Castle Deep Bay.
Oh well, let's go to fucking Castle Deep Bay. I don't know.
Alright. Okay. So you're heading to Castle Deep Bay then?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I tried.
So, it's alright. You tried. Alright. So, heading through the busy streets. Oh god, what have I clicked on there? Oh, I clicked on the sewers, my bad. Sorry about that.
Yummy.
Goodness me. Okay, so you head through the streets from the castle, trying to kind of keep away from the busyness and weave your way through, heading through the exchange where you can see the larger buildings and the merchants in the street, all the business taking place. you continue up towards the gates towards the rise, being let in, having, you know, your group is known by the guards here and are allowed to pass through, heading up towards the castle along that very narrow, precarious bridge section that takes you up along the cliffside that looks over the exchange below and the docks to the west. Eventually you come to the top, the precipice, where that bridge leans over the chasm below towards the front of the gates of Castle D-Bay. Heading over, you see one of the watch members there, one of the city guards in their blue and white attire, stood behind the portcullis of the castle, which is currently down. Oh, who goes there?
Ferra Carta.
Hold on, I feel like I recognise you.
We've been here before. We've spoken with High Lord Theodore previously.
Oh, I see. Do you have a meeting with him?
No, but it is urgent.
Alright. Hold there for just a moment. And he turns and you can see him kind of walk towards the back of the courtyard, where he heads over to a group of other guards, and they seem to be having a conversation. You watch two of them head into the main doors of the castle from the courtyard as he walks back over. I've sent someone to ask if your presence will be welcome. Hope you understand.
Not at all. That's no problem.
And he just kind of stands there, awkwardly in silence. A period of time goes by before you watch a steward walking out in fancy-looking clothing, clearly not a guard, walks over to the portcullis. Open the gates. The High Lord would welcome your presence in his chambers. If you wouldn't mind following me, I believe you know the way, but I shall escort you all the same.
Thank you.
You hear the sound of the gate ching, 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 ching being opened as the portcullis rises, and you are guided into the courtyard. The messenger guides you through the courtyard into the castle proper and through the maze-like interior of narrow passageways and halls, eventually leading you up to one of the towers of the castle. And here takes you into the waiting chambers. If you wouldn't mind just waiting here for a short moment, I think the High Lord will open the doors when he's ready.
Thank you.
Gives you a bow, and then walks out, leaving you a short moment in the waiting room just outside High Lord Theodore's study, which you've been to a few moments. Is there anything you'd like to do whilst you have this time?
I don't think so. Not for me, at least. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yes, they do. They do indeed.
Is Jala okay? I'm gonna just check on her.
Jala is like very uncomfortable. Like, she's not been here on the surface. You can see as the sun is, I mean, obviously it's very overcast here, but there are rays of sunlight that come through. You can see that she's squinting and...
Oh, you alright? Wait,
she's just...
hang on, let me help you. I'll try to block it with my hands.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, this was on the way, by the way. Now she's inside.
Right, okay.
She's like... she's sat down on one of the chairs, just kind of tapping her foot. Obviously she has the other drow with her.
I kneel down in front of her. You okay?
Yes, it's just a little strange being here. I've not ever been to the surface before.
Really? This is your first time?
Yes, I don't like the air. It smells weird.
There's a lot of it. I know. Must have hit you in the face, huh?
It smells, it smells awful.
Fishy.
I'm not really sure what fish smells like, so...
It's probably what you're smelling is fishy. We're right next to the sea.
How do you people not throw up all the time?
I don't think that would
Years
be
of
very
practice.
good if I did. I have to hold back quite a bit.
Well, we're meeting this, Shawcross?
Yes, Lord Theodore.
Is he like the, I assume the leader of this city?
That's right.
Place?
Probably.
Right. Anything that I should know?
You're probably in the most open-minded city.
And that's saying something.
And that is saying a lot for the coast.
So, as rude as Sindri was, I
Right.
don't think you should take his introduction as
Oh, yes.
the standard for this place.
Theodore will be a little easier to swallow.
I don't know about that, but
He at least pretends to be civil.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. That Sindri seemed rather inviting until you started insulting him. Did you want to use him as an ally?
That too. I'm just going to say it.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to be rude, but I hope that this isn't how you've been going around your diplomacy.
I'm sorry. Did we miss the part where he comes from a kingdom that keeps slaves? Did we miss that?
so
They keep slaves.
Yeah.
they do.
This
keep-
day?
In ways, yes, they do things behind closed doors, and when the Majocracy pass on the lands, they get to civilize. Most things go.
Can I ask you as well, Storm? Does anyone without magic ever been accepted into the Majocracy?
It's a long line of.
So you're saying that only in the Golden Empire, only a select few group of people get to make the decisions for everyone else.
When you put
Isn't
it
that
like
how every government works?
Yes, it's how it works here as well.
Clearly, the people's need to take more into
Okay.
account. Yeah.
There's been...
The doors open in the middle of this conversation, and you can see Theodore Shawcross stood there again, obviously in his humanoid form, in a heavy fur coat and his noble clothing. Ah, friends, I wasn't sure when we would see each other again. It was certainly unexpected that you would return. Please come inside. He steps to the side and opens his arm up to usher you inside. And presuming that you do so, he will close the door and immediately walks over towards that glass cabinet in the lounge area. Please, we must have some celebratory drinks.
My lord,
And
I'm
immediately
afraid.
takes out a glass of. He immediately takes out a bottle of wine.
As he's doing so, I'm going to say, my lord, I'm afraid this is no time for celebrations. We have word from the Underdark, and I kind of gesture to Jala. It could be less than a month before the Ilithids attack the surface.
Well, that certainly is a concern.
Insight check.
Go right ahead.
You so don't trust him.
I don't.
You hate him.
I really don't trust him.
You guys just hate everyone.
Don't hate everyone, but everyone acts so shifty.
Alright, 20. I mean, you can see that he's concerned by that. He's clearly trying to hold on to a demeanour. But there isn't enough to really go on that he's lying.
Yeah, he's not.
You believe he's being genuine in that answer. Perhaps a little frustrated that a mood was just killed.
Yeah,
I'm with him on that.
he's a port and torque player, real man.
Well, all the same, takes a glass and pours some wine into it.
Grave news indeed.
Care to elaborate, or shall I guess?
I'll kind of squeeze Charlotte's hand and kind of give her a look as if to say, tell them what you've seen.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, I'll say that she will step forward, take the glass, and drink it as she sits down. He gives a small chuckle as he too sits down. She's sort of like staring into the fireplace right now as she extends the notion of, you know, what has happened, and explains the situation, what happened at the Gloom Matron Gardens, everything that she's recounted to you. All the while, Theodore sits there, sort of cross-legged, listening in, leaning forward on his armchair. Eventually, she comes to the end of the conversation. Useful information. I am sorry that you had to experience that. You should know that your people are welcome here in Deep Bay should they require a place to seek safety.
What a lad!
Finally.
What a lad!
Yes. Yes, that is all very, very concerning.
The question is, what are we to do?
Well, I had prepared to celebrate with you. Queen Cecilia and I have been exchanging correspondence, or at least our court scribes have. And we believe we have come to a semblance of an arrangement. I shall be gifted some space in the capital for an academy funded by Deep Bay, of course, with the promise of several large major trading contracts, and in exchange Deep Bay will grant the necessary money to the Val-Aeria's research and development
Go for that.
in terms of new technologies to use against this threat. But of course, before the deal can be officially struck, we must meet in person. But now that seems like it is a urgent matter.
Very.
We could, I'm going to say in hushed tones, teleport you to Fulham.
It would seem that that would be almost necessary at this point. To travel over land would be pushing the time limit, and by sea is at least a 10-day.
Though maybe we teleport not directly into Queen Cecilia's court. She still doesn't favour the mage.
Do you have means of teleporting there?
We have
Yes,
to
but
a place called Porta Mina.
Yes, I know of it. It is still a distance from the capital, though.
It is, yes.
Storm here would need to resupply, though. That's why we came here. Another reason why.
Of course. Of course. What of your negotiations in David?
Oh, no.
David was unsuccessful.
I did warn you.
One of our parties stayed behind in hopes that they may eventually be convinced, but we don't hold high hopes for them, unfortunately.
Oh yes, the priest. Yes, I was wondering where he was.
The priest. Oh, of all the things we've heard Alistair referred to, I don't think we both said him we referred to as a priest.
Certainly missed.
That is what he is it not?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is what he is.
Ironically, yes.
Lord Theodore, I hope I'm not overstepping a boundary here. I don't suppose your fiancé is home?
Ah, of course. How rude of me, I didn't even consider. She is around, yes. I don't follow her every move. But she is here in the castle, as far as I'm aware.
May I see her?
If she wishes to see you, you would best try her chambers. That would be the most likely location I would imagine she is. She spends much time there.
Could you point me in the right direction?
You've already been there.
Alright, okay, cool.
I mean, you could guide. I mean, if you ask one of the people outside, they could probably guide you there as well.
Aerodel over a knowing look. If she
yes, yeah. Yeah, that I was going to look your way as well. Then I'm going to give a short bow to Theodore. You'll have to excuse me then. I must speak with her. And then I'm going to go...
Of course.
Trundle on after see me, ma'am.
Alright. So with that, you head out of the room, and with an escort are able to follow the passageways and halls through the castle towards the tower in which Belinda's chambers are that you've previously been to, and you wind your way up there towards the door. But before we look at that, is there anything else you guys want to do in this room with Theodore?
Should we
smash cut back to there?
I'm really holding back mentioning the burnt butcher.
One thing. Last time we departed on bad terms. You and I.
That we did.
I've had a lot of time to reflect. I may have been hasty in my judgment. For that, I apologize.
We all hold our prejudgments.
And I don't want to follow this apology up with this, but I feel like I have to say it. We're kind of broke.
By we you mean you.
I'm sorry. I just like slowly turned my head to look at Storm, and I'm just like, me?
You're a stand-up lad. So anyway, we need money.
I just give Storm the most dirty side.
Crawling on back to stepdaddy to get money. Oh my god.
Hey,
man, I'll buy with Theodore. I'll do whatever he wants.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what? He can't be my stepdaddy, but he can be my sugar daddy.
Yes, Theodore, sugar daddy, Theodore.
I would say we tried to procure our own funds by our own means, and we ended up in trouble.
Well, how much?
Oh, that made me laugh.
Still. Oh.
So what exactly were you asking me?
Well, to get you to Balloon, I will need to frequent your lovely, ever so lovely shops here. But maybe some reimbursement for the chokes and gems I will use to teleport you there.
How about we come up with a plan first?
Yeah.
Then we can negotiate recompense.
Okay. It was worth a try, wasn't it?
No.
I cannot fault you, though. I would advise you to perhaps read the book on business sense. There are techniques
I know this
into
book.
extorting money from people.
Extorting? I would never do such a thing.
Can you give?
Of course.
Can you give us all 3 volumes, please?
My apology was sincere, though. Money or not, My prejudgments were wrong.
Your apology is accepted.
Kind of just lean over to Gaiak and go, I believe in the 5-finger discount.
Well, we should devise a plan of sorts if we
Yes.
are required to meet urgently.
Well,
You say you have a circle, I presume, for you to teleport to.
Porto Minor. It was in Porto Minor, wasn't it?
It's at the Druid's Grove.
Druid's Grove.
Yes. No aversion.
Yes.
I was about to say, you have no aversion to Druid?
Nature magic.
Well, they may have an aversion to me. He recognizes that Jala is in the room for personal reasons, of course.
Yes, they don't like the blue bloods too much.
We're just trying to think of neutral ground. But
I am unsure what that means.
Same, I don't know what that means.
It's a saying. It's a saying my way. You know, people do blood pumps with blue means they have money.
Okay. Yes, of course.
Yes, precisely.
Well, Jala here is obviously an eyewitness to what has been going on, so hopefully she can tell Cecilia what she has told you. And then we go from there. I don't know.
Yes. It certainly makes the threat a little more real.
Yes.
Though I had no doubt that it was true, originally. Very well. How long will the journey take? Where is this circle?
It's I think 3 or 4 day ride from Porto Minor. And we've actually never been to the city of Alum, have we?
I don't believe we have.
Volterra, we haven't been to Volterra, no.
No. So
Why doesn't Cecilia just meet us at the Druid Grove?
Do you think she really would?
I don't think the Queen would be willing to do that.
She could meet us at Water Minor again.
Maybe. I don't know. My mother loves guests.
Oh, you want to? We could.
If it's close enough, I don't know if it's close enough.
If we're going to Porto Minor, we should, and if we somehow get her to meet us halfway, which I don't know how we would do that. We can't communicate with her. We would have to pick somewhere between there and Volterra.
Wait, hang on. I feel like we're getting confused here. The teleportation circle is in the Druid Grove, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that near Porto Minor?
Yeah.
Yes, a few days.
I'm the one getting confused. Ignore me. I was the one getting confused.
Between Porto Minor and Ravenwoods. Grove of the Green Man, if I remember. It's directly in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually closer to the Ravenwoods.
Oh, is it?
My mother, we love to party, so she would welcome guests. Especially if it's the Queen, she hasn't really got a choice.
Would it be quicker for us to go straight? No, either way we'd have to travel.
I know, it sucks. I wish we could just meet somewhere instantaneously.
So we either take time to go and visit her, or she takes time to come and visit us.
I tell you what, this seems like a larger conversation that we should have. Perhaps... I understand that time is of the essence, but you all look, don't mind me saying, like shit.
Yes.
No, that's fairly accurate, actually.
Let me arrange rooms for you here at the castle, and we shall dine together tonight. And then after, we shall have our discussion.
That sounds great.
Nice warm meal would be.
Do any of you have any dietary requirements?
I'm not a big fan of
I
maps.
personally am a vegetarian.
Oh,
I don't
good to
eat.
know.
I don't eat egg.
Just for the hell of it, I want to insight check that.
Roll an insight, go on then.
Do it.
This will be where my
Imagine
insight
if he
gets a
just
natural
lied for
20.
no
He lied to you.
Oh man.
That's when you roll a natural 20. That's when you roll it.
His favourite food is
You're a
steak.
liar.
I only get it on something
Wow,
this stupid. Go on then. What about his dietary daily intake? Do I get to pick
I
out?
mean, this is a big decision moment for me. He is a vegetarian, as far as you can tell. He's being honest.
Nice, very nice.
I am very anti-animal cruelty.
Respect.
See, when I heard that initially, I thought it was in a Hannibal Lecter sort of way that he was against cruelty, but no.
Personally, I'm not a big fan of fish, but other than that, I'm good.
For me, no egg and no milk, because once I stop, I can't stop myself. Once I start, I can't stop myself.
All right, perhaps we should. I really shouldn't have asked this. Perhaps we should wait until the appropriate time and inform the chefs themselves.
Sounds
I
good.
think they'll find my order rather simple.
I can arrange for you to have rooms. I shall do so immediately. Feel free to use
One thing.
the facilities here.
This meeting is this is purely business, correct? Between the kingdoms of Deep Bay and, or should I say, the free state of Deep Bay and Verdun. It wouldn't be perhaps a good time to talk about the threat. I may have someone else to invite as well.
Well, the negotiations are connected to the threat, so it would perhaps benefit to discuss in person.
Was somebody we really need to meet up with. She has important intel.
She's far better. She has more knowledge on this topic than we do.
I see. Might I know who this person is?
Orilla of House Hilly. I believe she is, well,
I do not recognize the name.
Very talented
but
mage.
So it is a Stellarian name,
yes.
correct?
Yes.
She had connections to the Empire, but does not anymore.
Interesting. Well, here's hoping that is the case.
That's, yes.
She has a brilliant mind. She'll be very useful.
Very well. That can be arranged. But until then, let us take some time to rest and perhaps celebrate a small victory. And with that, he kind of gestures towards the door. As you can see, one of the messengers come back through and begins to sort the situation regarding rooms and that. Eridel, you head up the staircase, winding up and up and up, until eventually you come towards the door.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Can I knock on the door?
You can. Who is there?
May I come in?
There is a long pause. Fine. Come in.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door.
Alright. As you open the door, you can see Belinda sat near the fireplace in the armchair. She turns round to meet your gaze, and that is where we'll end this session this week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Pain.
Mother.
No. Mother.
All right. Well.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us again this week. Sorry, Woody, that you popped in a bit later tonight. We are wrapping up now. But before we finish things off, I think we'll do our shout outs again just to get that out of the way. So Sam, do you want to just go over what you do?
Yeah, so I'm JKP on YouTube and Twitch. I play a lot of Pokemon. Legends Arceus at the minute, having a great time. It's a lot of fun. So come and join in the chat.
All right, thank you very much for that. And Maya.
Yeah,
What do you
I
do?
stream as well. I do that fun stuff of streaming things. I stream Genshin Impact and some spooky stuff sometimes. So you should 100% go and check that out. Have a good time and come and chat with me.
Hell yes.
Yeah, boy.
And Storm, do you wanna? I just said Storm then, not Jay. Oh well, it is what it is.
We are on
It's
character.
happening again.
Is there really a
Or-
difference?
And I tell you to go to Monday. Watch us doing the Edge of the Empires. We lots of G's. Yes. Mitch,
Oh god.
you and Sam.
Jizz is actually like Star Wars jazz, by the way. It's an actual thing.
Yes.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, so real thing. Jizz whalers. But anyway, come on down. It's at 7 o'clock on Mondays. There's a lot of fun. We're in an absolute crazy part of the story right now.
You just know George Lucas didn't have any writers in the room with him when he came up with that name. Trust.
Oh, God.
What should I call this?
Thank
form
you
of
very
music?
much.
Jizz.
Thank you, Jay. So we will be back next week, I believe,
Same time, same place.
with our normal session. So we'll see what happens then. We'll pick up from that moment. So until then, see you next week. I don't know what we do with the bye.